The Out There channel.
Please sub and share.
Searching for the truth. UFOs, aliens, greys and ufology. Real images, real stories, real videos, real cases, researched and investigated by professionals in the field and cutting-edge discoveries. Multiple witnesses, abduction accounts brought to you by Team The Out There channel. Good to be back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Action.
Yo, hopefully it's all working. No silly stuff this today. We'll get better and better at checking things with the new restreaming. Doesn't look like anyone's around yet, so yeah, I'll just check out a few things here, make sure it's all working. Yep, I gotta do that. Itchy F for some reason. It's annoying. Yeah, better post up the other stuff. So we're looking at UFO noise again, videos, which are not actually aiming craft, the usual thing. But you never know, we might bump across something that's really plausible, but we'll just have to see if that ever happens. It's very rare, as you know, it's in the 1% category. Anyone new out there, or old, say hi in the side chat. I don't think we've had anyone from Odyssey join us yet. It's not very well promoted. They don't have like a tab at the top saying live shows, current live shows or whatever. You have to go into the categories and sift through stuff. But they won't change it. They're set in their ways. All the other streams normally highlight live shows, because they can make more ads on it, I suppose. Normally flash up banners, isn't it, underneath it? A lot of them do it. Did I post that yet? No. Sometimes when you have to do technical things here and talk at the same time, you can lose your way a wee bit. And forget where you got to. It looks like it's all working. It's flawlessly today. A wee bit early actually today. So that's a good thing. But you always feel that you've forgotten something, you know. What didn't I tick this time? Yeah, better pin that one on YouTube. I don't know if the other ones have pinned comments. I haven't looked. But I better check, I suppose. Looks like it's up and running. Appealed okay. Don't know if we got anyone watching. Oh, we got 4 views, it reckons. Hi on Build. Let's see, Rumble. Looks like it's working alright there. And we already got 5 up there, but they're pretty shy on Rumble. Hey guys, say hi on chat. Okay. So this is not an open line show. That was Friday nights. This is the regular show that I do with all the other stuff. And Odyssey, I've yet to see anyone join. Still nothing there. Yo, why no Odyssey folks joining? I wonder if I have to post a comment. I don't know. Does say I got a notification that I'm live, so wherever other people get it, I don't know. I'm meant to have 88 subs up there, but yeah, they never seem to join. Anyway, better get on the other screens because you can't see what I'm doing here. Who we got? We got a couple of pulled ones popping up on the combined chat here. J2 Dank, how's it going? Thanks for joining us and posting. What is that thing you got there? Yes, we need to scale up the emojis still. The guy still hasn't done it. Why does it come up twice though? Kind of weird. Anyway, thanks for joining us, letting us know that you're out there. I think we're ready to go. All the admin work's done. One man band. So I'm streaming to YouTube, Rumble, Pilled, and Odyssey at the time. I might add in Twitch for next week, so we'll see. I'll do some tests on that one. I haven't used that for a long time. I got really annoyed with it because my last live show with them went terribly out of sync when they started having trouble with bandwidth. I guess it gave it all to the big streamers rather than the newcomers. And by then YouTube had removed the strike on my channel and I could go back to YouTube. I didn't want to though, because I thought they shot themselves in the foot, because I was getting no less than 20 side chat viewers, and all the big channels out there now that sort of popped on the side chat that stole my viewers are gone. Goofon is one that used to troll me and post stuff to his site. So yeah, and a few other people. I didn't mind as long as they did it at the end of the show, but they didn't. They always break the rules. Anyway, I got a few tabs today, which is probably going to cause a bit of a problem. Just do an audio check here. Sounds alright. It's a bit hard to monitor yourself because you don't get what YouTube compresses it or whatever. They mess around with it for normalization nonsense. So where to begin? We've got a lot to go over here. It's not letting me select it for some reason. Why is that? Alright, we could start with that one. So, recent show just come out on Proof is Out There. And one of the thing was antennas, these strange antennas popping up all over the mountains in Utah, and they put it to Mick West, and he come on like he was a know-it-all electronics specialist on antennas and Wi-Fi, wide area network and all that sort of stuff. And he said blah blah blah, it's this. So I thought, okay, I didn't know about this and about this new RF wide area network, but it makes sense that people might set them up in hilly countries so they can get internet by bouncing it from one mountain top to the next, if their ISP provider didn't have the option. But this must be mostly pre-Starlink, I would say, because people would probably opt for that now. Now it's up and running over America. So yeah, so I did a search and I just put in unmarked antennas Utah, and as you can see we got lots and lots of hits, so it wouldn't have been too hard to research it. Like 30 seconds. Mysterious antennas are appearing in Utah mountains, first one that come up, and you can click on those and start reading, right? Vice has even got it up here. They say hills, not mountains. Mysterious antennas start to be found in US mountains, so it's not just Utah, I guess, by that title. And that's what they look like. We've got some images, and of course that one there was used on, proof is out there. So they must have looked it up themselves, right? So why ask Mick West about it when they could have just read out any of these posts here that had the answers? It's kind of a strange show like that. Maybe it gives them credibility. Strange solar panel antennas. So yeah, they're basically a way to get access to the internet. But these had another purpose, to do Bitcoin. I suppose there's a lot of farmers with lots of money. So we'll just click the top one, just have a skim of that one. I think there's some better links actually. So what does it say here? Salt Lake City, made a year ago. I don't know what's to do with UFOs though. Well, they put it on the UFO type, paranormal type show, but there you go. Despite speculation that the devices could be used to mine crypto, there's still no definitive conclusion from officials. And now Mick West went straight into the crypto. See, I had doubts about it, but maybe it was just to get cheaper internet in the hilly country or the farmerland or whatever. This is about as far as we got to know about anything about crypto or Bitcoin. So yeah, looks like it gets a bit snowed there when it's not baking hot trying to kill you there. Goes from one extreme to the other. So yeah, you can see how easy it is to do your own research on stuff on TV. They probably could even ask the Bing AI bots about it, and it would have come up, combined it all here probably. So it's at least a year old. Same picture again. Probably the same wording. According to mainstream version online, the antennas are actually part of a helium cryptocurrency mining operation. It is a type of cryptocurrency that uses antennas to create a global network and mine tokens. online. Helium miners like to brag about the height of their antennas. So the other article said it looked like, so what, that was in January, same time, wasn't it? They said it wasn't definitive, but here they're saying it is. That might be just part of it, you know. What was the date on that one? Also, 9th of January, what was the other one? 6th of January. So that was a few days after. So unless someone come forward, I don't know how they could say it was definitely crypto. 9th again. Is there any later ones? Cell towers have come to symbolize our deep collective. That one's not it. Radar detector. That's a little bit later. Let's have a look at that one. Reddit. Managed to snap a picture of those unmarked 737s. Hello, Bublazar. Yeah, isn't that just government planes? Isn't that one that has all the like eavesdropping software? I should say not software, hardware on it. Is that something underneath? It's a bit hard to tell. Is it just the angle of the motor on the other side? So where's it flying to is the question. Right, they aren't unmarked. They have a distinct red line. It's too much soon. Those are Janet flights, so there you go. That was 1 year ago. So it's got a red line, it's a Janet. I suppose they wanted to make it less visible in the sky if you had a red tower or whatever. It's funny that I put antennas in and that story come up. Police cars has popped up. It's not what we searched for, but yeah, you can see there was about 10 sites talking about the same thing there. Moving on. So I just wanted to show you how easy it is to look up stuff, and you think the experts on TV know-it-alls, and they just do the same with the rest of us. So just use the tools on the internet to do research. What's the next one? That one looks like it's a blank, is it? Why is it not closing? Let's see. Oh yes, some drama news here. 7 years after US military said UFOs weren't a threat to national security, numerous UFOs were seen over Site R, the Raven Rock Mountain Complex, also known as the Underground Pentagon. They also hovered over ammo storage. How many times have we heard that one? No evidence, no evidence. Well, it looks like there is. Maybe all the debunkers out there saying, where's the hard evidence? Flashback to this article, originally posted in 2021. Reports on UFOs. The US was probably transporting weapons or military supplies somewhere. I thought there was more to that story though. I thought there was more. Let me just have a look. What's it say here? I hate these facts. It's really hard to read them. So it's talking about UFO sighted near Mount Erie. Hi Jesper, I'll see you there. I'll catch up in the side comments. An Army police sergeant on the way to work at site reported sighting a UFO in the vicinity. So what was it? 2021, that could have easily been a Chinese spy balloon, couldn't it? Based on JCS, what's that one? Temperature and vision analysis dated 13th November. Contacted the Air Force Global Weather Central. The deputy officer, well, obviously they're doing more research than third phase of the moon and Secureteam. LTC reported that the Dollies, is it? The Dollies? I don't know, what's that word? International Airport, it must be a name of an airport, showed two temperature inversions existed at the time of. They're writing it off as a radar glitch, even though the cops saw something. So what was it, a cloud? Alleged sighting is the first extended from the surface to 1,000 feet. And the second existed between 27,000 and 30 feet. He also said that the atmosphere between 12,000 and 20,000 feet was something, can't quite read it, something saturated with moisture. And that's it, is it? Written off. Oblong objects, could have been UFO clouds. Police wouldn't be that stupid, would they? I don't know, maybe they are that stupid. With a reddish tint, like the sunset on it, moving east to west. I don't know. Anyway. Again, it sounds like it's got written off there. You think they'd probably scramble some jets there and fly through these UFO clouds just to make sure there wasn't anything inside them. But nah. We got too much open again. And we're done with that one. What's next? Yeah. McQuest has got something here. We'll just read that drama. Yeah, what do we got here on the comments? So just check up first, make sure everybody's alright. Jesper, hi Paul, just gone up making coffee. The magic coffee. The oblong box is a 1969 movie. Well, that was more information than we needed to know, but thanks. Yeah, next one. McRest. So, Green Street posted out this thing here. Senator Chuck Schumer UFO legislation got Skinwalker ranched. Skinwalker Ranch ghost hunters were worried the US government would use eminent domain powers to confiscate their paranormal discoveries. And it goes on a bit. So basically, they opposed the bill, and could they have got it cancelled? Is all the drama hoo-ha news? And it's upset UFO effing Jesus, as I call him, saying it's a disgrace that it got cancelled. But he wouldn't rat on Skinwalker Ranch. He wants to be friends with Brandon. All the shills have got to work together, right? Was Brandon Fugal involved in gutting of senior streamers UAP disclosure legislation? Travis Taylor seems to think so, citing concerns about the Fed confiscating any non-human artifacts they might dig up at the ranch. Now, if they dig it up, are they entitled to it? You know, if it was like some missing plane that went down and ended up being buried there or something, they wouldn't be entitled to keep it, would they? Investigators would have to come in, take it away for forensics. Maybe they'll get it back, but should they have rights? Stuff that's crashed from the sky? I don't think so. Belongs to everybody, really, doesn't it? But then we've got that debate about meteorite stones. The meteorites come down, lands in your house. They could be worth like $100,000, some of them, especially if they're rare meteorites with isotopes and stuff. I think there's some clause in Australia about meteorites that you have to hand them in. So it might be different per country. I think I looked at it before in the past, if you remember right. See, it turns out you can buy your land, right, but you don't own the minerals underneath your house even. So it's got to be treated like that. But it doesn't mean you should scrap a bill because it's got some problems. It means you should at least make amendments to it, right? The wording was wrong, so it was set up so government departments or even landowners could sue against the government and take them to court, you know, and be messy court things like what's happening to Trump probably. So they needed to reword it and make sure no one could sue them. And everybody could agree on it without their rights being damaged in America, I guess. But yeah, Travis Walton, he got it killed. So that's the thing doing the rounds. That even got onto Mick West's channel there. What are we saying down here? We got some comments from Pilt. Hey. Mono, what's that one? Momo of Angel. How's it going? Hey, I'll just send it out globally to all the chats out there. Hey, back. Momo. Thanks for joining us, and add in your opinions and comments on the side where eventually we'll catch up on reading them. Or anything I've missed or got read out something wrong. I have got cataracts in the left, which is useless now for reading. Everything's a total blur. My right eye has good and bad days. That's the only one that's left. And often when I do live shows, it deteriorates after about 5 hours or 3 hours nowadays. So yeah, that's the Mick West one. I'll just make that big again. I won't share it. Maybe I should share that one there, the article. I'll just share that one. I want to read all of it. Yeah, I'm just quickly bringing it up for people so they know about it, what's going on out there. I don't think all the big channels even bring it up, do they? Skinwalker killed. What was it? The UFO bill. I don't know, it had special name, didn't it? There we go. Some people spend like hours talking about just one thing like that, you know. They look at the drama out there and they'll spend ages talking about it. I didn't want to go on to more interesting stuff. I don't care what the government's doing, because we know they're all going to be disinformation and they're not going to reveal their secrets. It's all smoke and mirrors. Just another Project Blue Book, and it's all about money in the end, moving money around and keeping their jobs, of course, right? Okay, the UFO, yeah, I could come back to that one. We'll look at more current stuff, but I'll recap that one. This one here, famous video, I'll come back to that one. So yeah, we can look at the Ukraine one. Here we go. And we got Secureteam. So let's go through Secureteam. He's back again. Unfortunately, and that means we got more stuff we're going to analyze and debunk, because these guys don't do it. But you can see, since he's coming back, he's gained another 10,000 subs back, 10,000 rejoined, and 31 likes. Where's the view counts? Almost 300 views, right? So that's probably over $1,000 US in the bank account there. So let's play it and see, is it really worth $1,000? Shrink that back down. Yeah, they definitely are. I'll just get the edge right here. That's a wee bit too big. Oh, it looks like it. No, it's still too big. Why can't I get it right? About there somewhere, isn't it? Yeah, what have we got here? They're all corrupt. Government. Well, not too sure of all corrupt, but you could say quite a lot of them are. Getting in the shower. Okay, we'll be here for a few hours yet. Tyler has been through some. Well, actually, he hasn't. His whole life is a lie to use people out there. He started, he was on opiate addiction back in 2010, and he needed some money, so he thought about, heard that everybody was making big money on YouTube, so he decided to create a UFO parody channel. Well, he created the UFO channel, but he didn't know what to do with it. So the first video he ever made was to mock Bob Lazar, and he created this fake voice using his own voice of this, what he called the Area 51 dude that come out talking about L-shaped craft on the moon. So if you've not watched my debunks on Secureteam, the real truth on him, you're going to think he's been through some, but it's all mostly afflicted. So he was going to do this documentary before creating a UFO channel called Oxy something rather, but he only got zero crowdfunding on it, so he didn't have the money to buy the cameras and stuff, so he created the YouTube channel. So he got something like 5 million views for his first episode, faking a leaker for ufology, without any details about it, and a lot of people got suspect straight away, and the real boots on the ground researchers were outing him. This is back in 2011. So but he got like 5 million views on it, and he made like $20,000 on it. So he was set up after that and decided, well, I won't do the movie, I'll just keep on doing UFO stuff and put up clips of documentaries and other people's fakes, including his own fakes that when he ran out of material, created lots of photoshops. Well, and that's why you won't find his first 2 years on his channel, because most of them were like that, and he wanted to cover up all the past. and lie about it. So, yeah, it gets a bit more entrenched, I say, as the years went on. And people were out on them all the time. He created a lot, at least three leakers. I found the rest of them and made a documentary on it and reverse engineered it, and you can tell it was his voice. So his famous one you've probably heard is Mr. Ken. He's now admitted to actually doing that one, but claimed it as a joke, and we know that's not true because there was a capture of the description and the back and forth threats to this other Kiwi guy that was first outed him back in 2013 or 14, I think it was, just way before I started my channel. So I found all the other ones just to see if it was just a one-off, and it wasn't. He'd done quite a few between 2011 and 2014. But that was his most sloppy one that he got caught out on. The other ones he spent a bit more time disguising his voice in it. But yeah, fame and money went to his head. He made millions of dollars of his channel, even though he claimed to be on food stamps and all that sort of stuff. He's a liar. So he threatened to take this Kiwi guy to court, and the guy said, well, go to it then. My evidence will prove me correct, and you'll end up having to pay me instead. And of course it didn't go anywhere. So I thought, well, if he's too scared to take on that Kiwi guy, he's going to be too scared to take me on, because my evidence are going to be solid as well. Anyway, back in 2019, January 2019, I think it was, he went on a Tinder date even though he was married. Now, I'm not too sure what the marriage situation was there, but yeah, he got mugged pretty much. He went up to this house and it had black men waiting for him, and they took off his wallet and PIN number and all that sort of stuff and took his car. Hey.
Shogun donated £10 through Super Chat.
Yeah, thanks, Shogun. I'll catch up in the side comments in a minute. I'm just trying to go through the history of Secureteam very quickly because we've covered it so many times. There's a lot of people out there who don't know the truth about him. So yeah, he went on this Tinder date and had to walk to the nearest gas station and phone up the police, and it's all in a report, and it was all posted over Reddit with the actual car number plate number and all that could verify it was actually him at the time. And he even said that he had special drugs to get him off addiction of opiates. So that sounds very much like him, because he was a recovering opiate addict. But he slipped off the bandwagon further into 2020, I think it was. That's when he started making less videos and stuff. I think maybe his wife found out about it. Well, something happened there. Anyway, he started decided to do his opiate movie again, Oxy Alley or whatever it was called, and he got addicted on opiates again. Apparently. We're not too sure about that, but he got done for a DUI, as you probably know, and he took out 5 letterboxes down one street. Lucky enough there was no one checking their letterboxes or PO boxes, or whatever you want to call them, at the time, as he would have killed a few people. And he ran off the side of the road. It was definitely him. The car make and number plate matched a picture of him buying it from a store, and they took a picture of him. And a lot of people didn't believe it was him because it was a bad cop cam on it. You can go and see the footage. We've got the footage up on my channel. And I enhanced the audio so we could hear what they were saying, because they're far away from the car and they're using like these body microphones. And they also have other feeds of police cop channels coming in. So the one channel on the audio was the current situation, and the other channel was all the other feeds coming in, so they could hear any other stuff happening in the background at the same time. I suppose it's kind of clever, but the video come with both feeds, and so I took out the other feeds so you could hear what was going on with the current situation. But so you can go and watch that one. So he got booked, and I don't think he did jail time for that one, but he made up this big story that the men in black drugged him, and he woke up in the car instead of telling the truth, and he said the police cops beat him up at the station and all this sort of stuff. And then further on, I don't know if he went out on another date, but he got accused of causing a domestic. He come back home, and apparently there's a 911 call of his son calling up the cops saying that my dad's beating up my mum, and that's where he got the domestic abuse court charge done. And so he had to go to court. That's why he wasn't around much, because he had to leave the house and go into a motel. You might remember he was in a motel or hotel, and he didn't have a laptop, and he had to buy a brand new one, and that's because the wife kept it all. And he couldn't probably remember all the passwords properly. He probably had to do recovery and all that sort of stuff. So that's the real truth. He was obviously on opiates again and drinking. You remember that he used to say, I only have one drink a year. So yeah. He's a UFO hoaxer. He made hundreds of fake UFO videos. A lot of them have been deleted now, but he's still got a few up on his channel. The main one that he grew big on was the one that made the UK rag called Cube UFO over Texas. And people said, oh, it's Photoshop. All the experts said it was Photoshop. And clearly he had made it, because no one else come forward on that one. And then he managed to find a witness in Texas, and it sounded just like his wife. So yeah, that's pretty much it really. Then he had that motorbike crash as well, which again people said he was high on opiates. There was one that posted stuff on his Twitter account that got deleted, so he was keeping it silent. So he didn't come clean on that. Remember, he sold the motorbike after that. Probably wasn't allowed to ride it. But apparently he almost killed someone. Lost control. When he lost control, someone walking along the pavement. What else did he get up to? He's saying that we're all haters out there. He hated people talking about the truth on him. That's what he hated. And people that he calls haters are like me, that sort of look at his videos and say, nah, it's just a fake or a balloon or whatever. There's probably a few other things there I've forgotten about him, but yeah, people still think he's a nice guy. He's actually got quite a violent streak in him, obviously. And he's a compulsive liar. And he's 20-something, and of course most of his followers are in that age group, right? And they've got lots of money they can donate, you see. And so that's why he's doing pretty well. So he probably makes $3,000 to $7,000 on Patreon every month. Makes $1,000 on a video every time he puts out one. And he's made ad money up $2.5 million. So yeah, he's doing pretty good. And Mick, don't forget about Mick. I think at one stage someone had access to his accounts and leaked it out, but I think he was making about 10 to 30,000 a month on merchandise. So that's a pretty good income, as well as collecting Patreon ad money. But yeah, a lot of it's documented. The court case information was snapshots. You can find it all in my episodes if you don't believe me. And you can go over all the videos I analysed and see for yourself that he did actually fake at least 5 things that can be provable. One was when he was being trolled by someone called Angry Truth Seeker. It was actually his own account. He made up this thing about this circular thing in the sky over Switzerland, which actually was in UK, and it was actually a plane contrail, a special one where the plane turned around and it made a funny shape in the sky. And all the web searches linked back to him. And it went from the UK thing straight into his channel, and then all the people that promoted him. So you can find the evidence where I break it down and do live debunk on that. So yeah. So now he's back again doing some more again. Maybe he's overspent his income. I think he's got a couple of houses now. The beachfront one and his regular house. Maybe he went off to the beach house. So yeah. They were talking about getting another house. I guess his wife forgive him because the court case went nowhere. In the end, it was created down to a domestic disturbance rather than abuse or whatever it's called. So he got off lightly, I guess, again. But all of it's documented. You can go and fact check it if you want to. And you can ask Lions Ground about it. Remember, Lions Ground exposed a lot of it as well. Now I'll just catch up in the side comments before we click play and see what he's up to this time. So it's probably had you all fired up there because Secureteam fans are really in denial, right? Sorry about my sight. Yeah, well. I'm in my 50s, worked in the computer industry, most of that, and get RSI and bad back and bad eyes. I guess maybe the LCD screens do damage your eyes. We don't know really too much on the LCD. Yeah, mineral rights, yeah, apparently they own it. Mineral rights under land, and you have to purchase mineral rights off them or whatever it is. Is it local government? And you call it over in America? Anyway, it's different per country. New Zealand, I think the government owns it all underneath. You have to do lots of paperwork if you want to do gold mining and all that sort of stuff. Don't let idiots stop you working. Well, Google is the one that's stopping me working. Remember, Google is in charge of the 3-ring circus called ufology, right? And they get 30% of whatever these talking heads or the big fraud channels make, right? So it's in their best interest to push forward Secureteam's videos and build them up because they can make a lot of money out of them. So if he made $2.5 million, how much did they make? Double that? $5 million out of him? Shigun, it's good to see you again. I was wondering if you're getting alerts or not. I still complain to Google about why I can't reply to you. Every time I reply to you, it says not allowed. I'm not allowed to reply to you. Jasmine, nice one. Susan, right. It was him live seen it and his other cons. The man in black, yeah. Oh, you're talking about that fake one he did where he was looking out the window all scared. Apparently that was his mate sitting in a car. Someone told me, but I can't confirm that. But I did a parody one, and it didn't do as well. I did a parody one where I was walking outside with my smartphone. I had a crappy smartphone. I couldn't see really much on it. And I had this little kitten come running up to me along the gutter, but I couldn't even see it on the camera. And it was just hilarious. This little cat was following me around, going, meow. But yeah, the phone didn't pick it up. But I was saying, who's that in the car? And I was going up and down the street just making a mockery of it. Be funny if I actually bumped into a white van with actual people spying on me, though, because back then I was up sharing real UFO footage, right? So when you share the real stuff from other sky watchers, the government takes interest. And trying to cover and fooling can be expected. I can't point fingers. I am a recovering alcoholic and user. Yeah, sorry to hear that. I know it's quite easy to get addicted on things. That's why I never liked cigarettes, and made sure I'd never ever put one near my mouth. Because I know the addiction runs on mum's side. Now, my dad was clever enough to give it up in his 30s, I think it was. He woke up with blood pouring out of his nose, and the doctor said, well, all I can put it down to is smoking and to give it up. So he did, and he never had the bleeding nose again. But yeah, you don't know what herbicides and chemicals are in tobacco. You know, it's all the additives that's more dangerous, probably. And that was in Germany, was it? I'm not sure. I'd have to ask him, but maybe his memory's not very good now. He's in his 80s. Yeah, abuse. If you're drunk, beating up a wife, that's pretty bad, isn't it? But as married females, well, they're not actually married, they're like a de facto. I don't think they're officially married, but they've had kids together. I think you'll find. But in the eyes of law, if you're together so many years and have children, you're basically married. And you've got to split your income. Had hated getting caught. He needs to go to treatment. Yeah, well, that was part of the court action, that he had to go to meetings and take medicine and all that sort of stuff and get treatment. The more we know. Yeah. I've got a playlist on my home tab. You can find it there quite easily. But most people won't watch it because they don't want to break the illusion that they have of him and that he's actually credible news. Now, if you go and ask Bing AI, is such and such credible source of UFO information, you can go and read what the AI scrapes from the internet for you. If you don't trust me, it will give you credible sources and all that sort of stuff. If you ask for it, probably. Hope your shower was good. In Manchester, we call them twats. Now. Causing his own scandal. Yeah, with the angry truth seeker. That was terrible. Germany does 99-year lease. Okay. That sounds pretty good. But is there much gold in Germany anymore? I thought the Nazis got it all. Let's see. Out their channel, do you know any juice on Dr. Stephen Greer? Yes, you can find all my research on all these players out there on my channel, and it's playlists for each of them pretty much. Some people I didn't bother doing too much on, like Corey Good, because I thought that was fairly obvious that he was lying. But yeah, Greer seems to come across credible because of all the disclosure stuff. One thing you can say is he's a good talker, and he's a good organizer. And he set up a UFO database for military, and of course the government wanted to get access to that, so they sweet talked him, and they probably did invite him to Pentagon and all that sort of stuff, right? That could be very true, but him talking to aliens at these events that he charges like $2,000 to $10,000 a head. How to contact aliens, all staged, balloons, flares, drones, I think, probably. We're seeing a few drones in them. Planes, of course, get mistaken, and satellites, of course, is very common at these events. When they use laser pointers, or when it changes direction, that tends to be a bat, because they can see IR laser beams. You're not meant to shine a regular laser 5 watt, especially anything over 1 milliwatt in our country, but America, people seem to have 5 watt lasers are pointing up to the sky, which would blind fighter pilots and commercial jets and all that sort of stuff. But 17 years sober. Oh well, congratulations on spending that. I know junkies who don't lie like that, don't blame drugs, it's on him. Yeah, when he used to have parties, one of his ex-mates from school said he used to say gullible people are money in the bank. Now, of course, I can't confirm that, but that's what people come to me over the years making claims, and it sounds some certain thing that he would say, I would say. Anyway, let's just play the video. You got a little quick summary there again. And you can see that he's actually quite bitter. Now, we're meant to be the haters, but we're not the haters. We're just the ones that are after the truth, the real disclosure, the real 1%. And all the other 99% is just noise, and that's what he promotes. He promotes all the noise. So yeah, as you can see, Corbell was a big fan of his before he got famous, and now they're sort of sucking up each other because they had a falling out because he was bitter that he brushed off Secureteam because he knew about all the hoaxes that he did. All right. But he forgave him for doing hoaxes. But why would you forgive someone that done multiple hoaxes to make money off it and claim it as the best evidence that he's got and all that sort of stuff? You know, the Cube UFO, you can probably still find it on this channel. There's a few other ones that they called the pencil sharpener, like what's that guy? The guy from Star Wars ship, the bounty hunter ship. It's got a lot of CGI from other people on there. As you can see, there's a confession that he made that he used other people's CGI knowing they were fakes just to make money off it. So yeah, he never played a confession video that he did on other YouTube channels to his own channel, because then his millions of followers will know that he has a dark side to him and you can't trust him. And of course, I'm a small channel, and he blocks me and calls us haters and all that sort of stuff. He's so worried about a small channel exposing him, so that means he's got to be guilty. And because we got snapshots of him saying, yeah, I did fakes, but it was only a few, which is a lie, because he did hundreds. He was doing it before I started my own channel up. He was doing photoshops. Yeah, anyway, better carry on. Else we'll be here all day. Has he got music on it? You're probably bound to have, any. What's that say? We better up the quality, I guess. What's it on? I don't know why it does that. Okay. Has he gone back to his old logo again, or is that the new one? I think he's modified it a bit, has he? Or what? Can't remember. I'd have to go back and look at the original logo. But the original logo he stole off an artist that did a competition. And he was putting on t-shirts and selling it and not paying the artist. But yeah, he almost lost his channel over it. Because Lions Ground teamed up with the artist guy to take him to court for hundreds and thousands of dollars of lost income. But anyway, just carry on.
What's up, guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. So, rumors of my abduction by extraterrestrials have been greatly exaggerated. I haven't joined any space cults, lost my mind, or landed in jail. Sorry to burst the bubble for the naysayers. I know they'll be pissed that I'm back.
So you can see he's really cocky, you know. How old was he there? 25, 28? And he was a millionaire before he hit 30.
But hey, someone has to do some legitimate reporting, and from what I've heard and seen lately on...
he doesn't do any legit reporting. He cherry picks news items that he thinks is going to keep his audience happy that are seeing real UFO craft, aliens. And he mixes in fear-mongering with fake news and all that sort of stuff. He's really good at it. He's had plenty of years to do it, though.
Social media, UFO research has turned into a shit show.
He hasn't done any research. He's never done any research on any of the videos. Even the videos he's put up, he's not done any research on. And he just repeats the same old nonsense that you hear on Twitter and all that. So he's saying that the ufology drama is a shit show, right?
First, however, I want to touch briefly on my absence because I feel I owe it to those of you who may not have a complete picture and share something with you that's been 11...
Yeah, so he's doing a soap story here, like he normally does, that his father died. And various pictures there, so we're just skim past all that.
Extremely depressed fog that never ends, but that is now finally somehow lifting. It's
yeah, so he uses the depression thing quite a lot. Now, it's hard to know if he's telling the truth here or not. It probably is, but there's probably some exaggeration to it.
seems. I wasn't sure if I had the energy to come back, but through the darkness of loss, the support and stories shared by this community have been a beacon of hope and strength.
Yeah, well, if you look at all the negative comments on his Twitter feed that he hasn't deleted. Okay, let's move on. He's still a soap story there. We all know that once we're born, we're going to die at some point. I think that's probably why we get pets, because we know they're going to die within 15 years, and that sort of gives us some sort of mental copeness when the humans around us start dying that we're fond to have around us, right? But it sucks that our pets die so young too. I thought Charlie Roo was history, as you remember, just before Christmas last year. But he seems to be he's bounced back and he's okay at the moment. So how long he's got, I don't know, because his birthday's in April, I think. So he's coming up to 14 now.
First of Winnipeg?
Yeah.
No, not right.
Oh, so this is a really, really old one. This is like back in Ben Hansen when he was putting up these pilot recordings, right? So this is at least got to be 4 months old that he's put up here of US as well as Canadian airliners seeing bright lights in the sky that form, they sort of bop up and down and form triangles and all that sort of stuff, which turns out to be, with analysis that McWest has done and overlaid the star maps and all that sort of stuff, turns out to be Starlink satellites, right? So he won't probably mention that, but let's just have a look.
No.
Okay. Lots of active bright lights, information, 3, and they look like they're at like 500 or something, just trying to figure it out.
Okay, yeah, no, I haven't heard anything. I'll check ahead with the next sector. And you said around 50,000 feet, roughly, is that correct?
Yeah, it looks like it. I mean, it's hard to say, but yeah.
So it's normally above the cloud layer horizon, and I think they line up clear nearer early morning and evening. I don't know if we've got any date and time on this one.
Yeah, it keeps being like 3 to 4 really bright lights, and they kind of were in like a triangle formation, and then it looks like they're a little dipper for a bit, and then they disappear, and then they come back.
Okay.
Yeah, I think McWest did that one with the dipper.
Okay, thanks for that. I'll just make a note, but yeah, I can't think of what that might be.
Okay.
Deep in the heart of the Canadian skies, a mystery unfolds, a spectacle that challenges our understanding of the world above. This is the story of the Canadian Triangle Mystery. In January, pilots navigating the vast Canadian prairies witnessed an inexplicable phenomenon, lights forming a triangle, silently hovering in the night. This incident sparked a...
So this is the problem with triangle craft, right? TR-3Bs, the credible sightings have been on the TR-3B of people on the ground, right? Always see a bright light approaching them, and it's not a triangle shape until it's right over top of them. Then they see it's a triangle shape, right? The Belgian wave was the same thing. There was a real craft there, but someone apparently faked with a model, right? And it was always on the side view, looking underneath it, right? Saying it was, he photographed it as it passing over. So the pilots are not going to see a triangle craft coming at them side on, right? Because the engines are underneath or on the back. It's not going to be zooming along like that. It's going to be, the thruster's going to be angled and it's going to be leveled. If you want to be inside a craft that's coming at you in a triangle like that, and really it should be flat level. That means they've got artificial gravity inside the craft as well, and keeping their feet on the floor, which would be really strange. It would be like a 2-gravity system. Yeah, so what I'm saying here is, which I keep saying all the time, when these sightings of triangles, when they see a triangle, 3 points of light form a triangle, right? A real alien craft doesn't do that. It flies towards them. So normally they see like this here, like they see a structure like this, right? Flying towards them, and it's sort of really flat, right? And they see little windows or whatever it is coming at them. UFOs don't form a triangle like this with the engines blaring, because a lot of them have the lights there, right? They don't fly towards you sideways. It doesn't make any sense. So, just common sense, really. So the planes are above the cloud cover, right? And you got the sun off the side or behind them. That's now coming up, and it's illuminating the Starlink, because Starlink go in certain orbits, right? So you got maybe an orbit that goes this way and another orbit that goes this way and goes that way, and they're synchronized. So what you see is this one comes up above the horizon first when the sun hits it, and then it disappears, right? But then you might have another orbit plane comes this way, and it's going to disappear last, and then you got another one over here. It's probably similar to this one, and it passes below the cloud cover. Then you got that happening, and then it looks like that's disappeared, and you got the other one fair distance behind in the same configuration, and that's how they can bob up and down. Of course, it doesn't mean they go this direction. Some of them also go orbital running this direction as well. As we looked at Starlink map in the past, it's quite busy up there now. So I'll just see if we can find what I mean. It's like this, right? You got ones going this way, and you got ones going this way, and certain ones are just going to lock up. And they said some look like a big dipper, so if it had some more illuminating, it could look like a star symbol moving through the sky as well, right? But anyway, and of course we now know through one of my live shows that there's actually 3 altitudes of Starlink. There's some at a lower altitude, and then there's a mid-range, and then there's a high range, and then there's version 1 Starlink, which are breaking down now, and they're pushing them out the sky and burning them up and putting up new ones. Version 2 Starlink, which is smaller, use less power, and they have like sun blinds on them now to try and reduce the reflection of the light, because there have been so many complaints about the big solar panels they have on it. So we covered that in past lives, right? Won't go over it again, but this is like a recap things here, just to debunk this episode. I'll catch up in the comments after.
A flurry of discussions and debates. Air traffic controllers and military personnel were quickly alerted, yet the object remained unidentified. The incident was shrouded in ambiguity, with official reports suggesting a possible explanation tied to SpaceX Starlink satellites.
So at least he mentioned it, but he'll try and... This is what he does often, is he'll, just like third phase do, they're throwing... Oh, it could be this, could be this, could be this. But we think it's a UFO still. He does the same routine.
The descriptions provided by eyewitnesses paint a different picture. Imagine, if you will, a formation so precise, so alien, that it defies conventional...
Well, you can see Starlink in precise orbits, right? So if you've got the lights coming up around in slightly offset orbits, it's going to look like a triangle. So yeah, this is again more disinformation as far as I'm concerned, and not really putting out all the things there properly like I do and explain it like I normally do, so people can get it, right? And then they can decide, do we really think this one's a real alien craft out in the edge of space? Or do we think it's just something man-made again? And because you've got to always use that 99% rule, right? 99% is going to be mistaken hoaxes, man-made junk.
Understanding. A triangle of lights casting its eerie glow upon the Canadian wilderness. Skeptics argue reflections, while believers see evidence of extraterrestrial visitors. Experts are divided. Some, like Mick West, suggest a mundane explanation, mere reflections of sunlight off satellites.
Oh, he actually put up Mick West's thing. Yeah, and Mick West at least has put all the data in and made a special program where it overlays their viewpoints. And you can actually play the video and line it up with his software and show it's actually Starlink. So yeah, unless you can debunk Mick West's where he's gone wrong, you're wasting your time. Thanks for the donation before. Shotgun, was it? I forgot to check. Forgot to mention it. Did it pump up? Yeah, Shogun, yep. £10. That's really generous. Thank you very much. Yeah, remember Google gets 30% of that though. Do they deserve it? No. But that's how they pay for their cost of all my episodes up there. So I'm not too disappointed that they grabbed, but it is a bit greedy, I think. Why is it not 5% or 10%, you know? It should be based on how many subscribers and how much they're trying to help you build your channel, shouldn't it? So the more people that build your channel, more money they'd make. But they suppress me because I debunk their big YouTubers, alright? Bullshit.
Yet others in the field dismissed these claims, pointing to the enduring mystery of these sightings.
Now, we know there's real stuff out there. There's real cases out there, multiple witnesses, and actually seeing people moving around inside these craft. Now, I've put out a theory that they're probably our technology, a bit like the Ascenders, right? Because they're our triangle shape and they're like 5 stories high, and they do have living quarters inside. And sometimes they come down when they should be going up, and people get to see them. So, yeah. We've heard about the dark station on the edge of space where they dock these triangle craft onto it. So they don't actually go into space, but below edge of space. And of course they can use non-reflective material where you wouldn't even see it from space, and even if the sun's shining on it probably. But anyway, we've covered that in the past too. So he's just applying some filters here. Is this what they got in their smartphone, was it? Oh look, you got something moving here. And they're fading again. Because they're changing the angle all the time. They're moving at like 18,000 miles per hour in orbit. So they're changing their angle to the sun, so they'll gradually get dimmer and dimmer. You saw those lights there weren't all the same brightness either, right? In fact, where's the triangle there, right? You can see it's fading. So it's definitely styling. Look, you can see different orbits that I'm talking about. And you can see as it's getting further away, it's now starting to fade. And that one is at a lower orbit.
In a world where the sky is the last frontier.
Yeah, enough of that one. Let's move on. What's he going to do now? And now he's promoting his mate Jellyfish Run, which we've debunked it, right? It's 2 bunches of wedding balloons with weighted towels on them. So will he put out all the debunks there on this Jellyfish Run, or will he just simply plug it as a UFO?
Nap of another piece of alleged government shot UFO footage, and in which we really can't make out a damn thing one way or another. But I digress.
That's not true. You can clearly put it through some enhancements and actually see the individual balloons, especially on certain frames, right? Based on the background.
Yes, let's give it a shot in case you haven't seen it yet or would like some analysis from someone who knows a little something about this racket.
he wouldn't know how to analyze a video. He only zooms in and puts a few filters on. Now if you can't see, that's 2 bunches of wedding balloons with long tails and weights dragging behind, because you can see it's on a slight angle. And they use them on wedding tables, right, and bridal paths and all that sort of stuff. And of course they use wedding balloons in the Middle East as well, right, or Iran, or wherever this was, Iraq. Yeah, even there you can see the individual balloons, you know, it depends on the background. You can see there's some heart-shaped ones there, I think, and the star one at the top here, looks like. See the top of it there. You can see even the light reflecting off it. There's at least 4 balloons there. So how the shills and talking heads out there, Corbell, can keep plugging this as a critter or a UFO. I don't know. They must have a guilty conscience because they're creaming in millions of dollars. So Corbell must be making a killing on it, right? At least a couple of $100,000 he's probably made of it. Laughing all the way to the piggy bank. So where's your expert analysis there, Tyler? Yeah, of course they're saying it was cloaking because it was fading there. That's just a calibration in the type of camera firmware the government uses. Because they want to always, when they're filming an object, they want the camera to help the pilot see the object depending on temperature gradients changing in the background. So it plays around with the contrast and brightness in real time. And of course the firmware is top secret. We don't know how it works, but people that use the cameras say, well, that it does auto calibrate. And of course this is being filmed from a military blimp for observing any terrorist action, I guess. Anyone coming towards them, or spotting drones and shooting them down and all that sort of stuff. So he's dragging that out. He's got the full footage and the stupid boring music in the background. Let's just come on. Now I can't quite read what he's got here. Okay, unfortunately these look like a bundle of birthday balloons. No, wedding balloons. To me, if I'm to be totally honest, I've reviewed a lot of footage showing. So why is he being honest here? Because that's not what his user base wants. They want him to say, yeah, I've looked at this and it looks like a critter, you know. Is he going to talk about? Is he going to talk it out?
To be frank, though, on this issue of Pentagon footage and the like, how many of these random 5-year-old blurry UFO clips with vague backstories can we put up with after so many years? And how long are people going to fall
Well, Corbell won't like him saying it's balloons, that's for sure.
for the lie that suddenly the government is all open book about aliens visiting our planet? Trust me, friends, they are not. If you've been with me, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If you're new, I highly urge you to start from the beginning. And
Yeah, we all know about the government. Can't trust them.
years has really made me cynical to a degree, with letdown after letdown, but we won't give up, and hopefully...
Yeah, won't you tell us about your fakes you made, Tyler? That would be a really good episode on your channel. And show us how you made them and all that sort of stuff. You know, what software you used.
piece of UFO footage said to be from out of Ukraine.
Okay, so we've gone past the balloons. Okay, on to the UK one now. Okay,
and which
cool.
depicts something truly strange and jaw-dropping, if confirmed.
Now, I don't think anyone's picked up this one. Mick West hasn't picked up this one for debunking. None of the big debunkers out there. Because I think it's in the too hard basket again. But yeah, I spent like 30 minutes on it, and I think I know what it most likely is. So what they're doing here, I'll just explain it, because it wasn't too clear. It's on a weird angle, right? They're flying a drone that's got a, I think it's a DJ drone. Has like a thermal camera and a infrared camera on it. And this is the infrared. And it's also got some compass and altitude and speed and all that sort of stuff. And they're projecting it on a big screen here, an LCD screen, and someone's filming it with a smartphone. Now what's interesting is when you listen to the overlay chat on it, it almost comes across like it's been staged, like they saw this and then thought, oh, we'll just get the camera out and film it and then we'll zoom back into it. So we'll just keep on playing it, and you can see they'll get a what looks like a disc or a cigar shape in the distance.
Охренеть, ни хрена. Что это за херня такая? Да ты тарелка по-любому. А ну приблизь еще.
He hasn't got the actual overlay chat on it.
А в теплак ничего не светит?
Now, he hasn't put up the one where they've put the chat on it, so I have got it here. And someone's turned it into a widescreen video clip here to zoom in more, I suppose. But it makes it a bit harder to see what the numbers are, right? It's terrible quality, but that's all we get on ufology, isn't it? So I'll just play this one here. Okay, looks like the thumbnail they stretched, but it's still pretty bad quality here. And you can see this chat at the bottom here. Instead of doing a voiceover, why can't the fire missiles? What do you mean? Holy crap, holy crap. What the crap is this? Okay, we can't see anything on that thing, so it seems to be out of step there, doesn't it? Can we see anything yet? No. So that's why I kind of think it's a bit staged, right? Why isn't it moving? We can't even see it on the screen yet, so it seems a wee bit out of sync. I'm telling you, it's a UFO for sure, so yeah, why is it not on the screen then? When they're talking about it. So I think it's staged. But anyway, we'll just carry on. Now we can see it. Zoom in more. You can see they zoomed in and then let's say zoom in more. And it's standing still. Do you see? Now at that stage we can actually see enough detail to see that it's not symmetrical. You can see it's deformed this end, it sort of goes up a wee bit, goes back down, and then you can see here it sort of has a tapering of it. When I saw that I thought it's in a war zone. Could that be leftover smoke cloud from a missile being shot down? Or could it simply be a contrail of a missile and it's left over, right? Because you know they dissolve differently. They leave a little chunk in the sky. And it looks like it may have been going this direction, this way, right? Because it's thinner at the front here and it looks like it gets wider slightly. So that's my feeling at it, looking at that. So it could be legit footage where they knew it was like a smoke cloud or a contrail, as you call it, and decided to make a UFO acting video about it. Because the dialogue seems way out of sync there. Can't see anything on thermal, so they're saying they can't see this on thermal, but if it's a... because the IR uses a different technology, right? It can see more broader IR. I think one's far infrared and one's near infrared or something like that, or mid infrared. So it's looking at different infrared spectrums. So the thermal may not see this, and it'll probably be the same sort of temperature gradient as the sky. But the infrared looks at a slightly different frequency range, nanometer range, and it shows up. So yeah. And you can see now the zooming out of it again. So that looks like it's a fair distance away too, over the sea by the looks of it. Where you'd get like a missile fired from a submarine, a cruise missile like. That would be low to the water. But they, according to the scales here, I think it's at 500 feet. So it sounds like it's going to be a low-flying missile to me, right? So that's my analysis on it. So let's see what Secureteam comes up with.
In a bewildering turn of events amidst the ongoing tensions in Ukraine, the 406 Battalion's drone surveillance operations have unveiled footage that set the internet abuzz. A mysterious object, cigar-shaped and defying conventional identification, was filmed hovering ominously above Ukraine's front line. This enigmatic entity, devoid of any wings or discernible means of propulsion, sharply contrasts with familiar aircraft forms, leaving...
You can see even on his sharp close-up here, you can see it's all over the place. If people think that's a UFO, then they're just crazy.
Many to ponder its origins. Is it a sophisticated reconnaissance tool cloaked in secrecy, or has the theater of war become a stage for extraterrestrial observation? Theories are as varied as they are captivating, ranging from the plausible to the otherworldly. This brief 17-second recording has not only intent...
And of course, that's another red flag in my book, right? Wouldn't you simply just keep flying your drone closer to it? And if it's like miles and miles further ahead of you, and it's not seems to be changing shape or anything, it probably was slowly changing shape when they're filming it, right? And eventually disappeared, right? So yeah, I think it's deceptive. And explainable quite easily, but I do this stuff every day pretty much for the last 8 years, so I'm pretty good at pattern matching. We've seen these UFO clouds before.
Intensified the intrigue surrounding the conflict in Ukraine, but also ignited a flurry of curiosity among ufologists, experts, and the general public alike. What lies behind this uncanny apparition? A mere drone or balloon?
So I did ask Robert Farmer what's his group say about it, and they said garbage. So that's the people that you have like on Proofers out there. All the experts, talking heads. So yeah, I'd be interested to see if anyone actually says the same as me, though. I don't think anyone has come out about it. But yeah, unless we get more information, I'm sticking with what I said.
Balloon, surveilling from the shadows, or perhaps a visitor from beyond, drawn to the chaos of human conflict. The truth remains shrouded in mystery as speculation continues to whirl around this perplexing aerial phenomenon. You know, I've uploaded some...
Oh, God. And, yeah, I did actually find some matching images. So what's this one here? So some people are posting on UK Rags, Daily Mail. So that's probably where the news come from. Someone sent it into Daily Mail and The Sun, and then it got onto Twitter, and then it got onto Secureteam's channel. They said it was most likely Fata Morgana of something low down, like an island or something like that. I don't know, but I said it's unlikely at 500 feet, because Fata Morgana normally you see at ground level, and you see it above mountains or sea, right, at a certain angle, right? This is already high up in the sky, and I don't think I've seen any videos or photographs of Fata Morgana of drones or planes seeing it. I've only seen people that's on the ground or boats or that sort of stuff. But yeah, there's an article here. Didn't want to go over it. They're showing the camera and the drone and all that sort of stuff. And even A51S has said here, I don't trust these videos, nor should the American people trust funding the Pentagon and Ukraine over a threat in our airspace. I won't read out too much of that because it might be against the toss. I got over it Sunday live show. I meant to say I'll go over it Sunday live show. I don't know if I can edit that. No edit. So I'd correct that if I could. But yeah, I've only just spotted it. The red flag here is why were they filming a LCD screen just before the UFO shows? Means one, they already saw it and got smartphone out, which means wind soon back to act it out. Two, why not get the best feed from the feed to the LCD screen? Why film it with a smartphone? Could easily be also a missile or rocket short contrail. Probably the more likely solution here, low flying missile at 500 feet. And again, got a typo there, similar sightings here. So you can see they create little, not the best image, but it's only one I could find at the time, create these little contrails. Some of the rockets more so than others. What have we got? Swear words. No, I don't think many people added any comment to it apart from me. So my first thing was sadly not enough of it to tell. 17 seconds of footage. They say it's on optical but not thermal. Or actually, it was actually IR, not optical there. One, fake using computer flight simulator, which we've had a few of those over the last year. Two, debris cloud from explosion, where temp is same as background, so that's why one camera saw it and the other didn't. Three, artificial artifact flaw on the camera, where something is casting a shadow internally when zooming in and out. So that's another possibility, but then I looked at it a bit more and I posted these other ones. Yeah, I said it, I don't trust it either. And could be a contrail. I'll post up a link to that video there with the thing, and you can have a look at it on your screens. I'll catch up on the side comments now. Not too many people around again. I'll see how many of you out there agree with me or not, if you're brave enough. Don't be scared to have your opinion. You can say I'm wrong, but you got to at least say why I'm wrong, what I've missed in my analysis of it. You can UFO. It should go up. Okay, so what are you saying here? Have we lost the people and pilled? Where did we get to? Charlie Roo. That's where I was talking about Charlie Roo. I make money without anyone begrudgingly paying me. Playing me. Do you mean playing or paying? Wish I lived near him. Charlie Roo flying well. Well, where's the Petunia? I think I might have seen something like this maybe 10 years ago. What, a UFO cloud or something moving in the sky? A lot of stuff that's been on YouTube lately have been blimps, you know, like they use blimps for border control. Also, there's a Goodyear blimp that flies around the country. And distance, it kind of looks like with atmospherics, it kind of looks like a squiggly blimp type shape, right? But it's obviously that's another possibility. It could be that they're using blimps above ships, right, to deter drones as well as planes flying near them, because they used to do that in World War II. So it could possibly be because it had a tapered end to it and a fatter end, but it looked too wobbly is the reason I didn't go with a blimp, because there's normally atmospherics distorts it across the whole image. It looked like it was bending and getting bigger one end kind of fit a contrail better in a smoke cloud rather than a blimp, but yeah, you can't rule it out, of course. It's not as bad as some other platform. Some take 60%. Do they? Oh god. To try and discredit other so they believe him more. Yeah, he's been it's kind of funny. He's been a wee bit bitchy with Corbell, and now he's sort of plugging him again, so I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they've made up, and probably he's offered to bring him into the inner circle and promote his channel. Who knows? Just like not seeing the planes for 9/11. Well, with distance you don't see the wings, and the tails can blend in. That's the problem there. And the cameras weren't too good, were they? Weren't they just smartphones back in that? And that's older technology back then too. I'm sorry, I got a call coming. I will try to make it back. Okay. Thanks for joining us anyway. I've got another person on field here. Thanks for joining us. Kerry Lake. I saw this video today. I dismissed it as propaganda, don't I? Well, that's another possibility, right? They probably staged it for propaganda. But how would they get fundraising by using a UFO video? So you know what I mean. Kind of looks it kind of looks spud cammy, doesn't it? It kind of looks video game-ish or flight training. That's why I said initially it could be a flight simulator they used to fake a UFO in it. But if you're going to fake a UFO in it, you'd do a better UFO. You'd have a more symmetrical outline, right? Not as a blurry smoke trail. Needs me help cook. Okay, Shogun. So that's why we've got a few people drop off. Everyone's got things to do. What effect would aluminium, strontium and barium have on film? Not too sure what you mean. In other words, chemtrails. Yeah, we've gone over chemtrails before. Although fuel does have chemicals in it that they use for lubricant. They used to put lead in petrol for some of the older cars, right, as they didn't run right, like the Volvo. But now it's all octane, 98 octane or 91 octane. Doesn't have any lead in it, but they do put other additives in it. Because petrol goes off after a few months, right? So they put additives in to make it last 6 to a year before the hydrocarbons break down, and it won't ignite in the engine anymore. You can only use it for like a lawnmower or something like that, a 2-stroke thing where you add oil into a mixture and it's able to be burnt again. You know, you can put it on a motorbike and stuff like that. But yeah, this breaks down into Walking Dead, where they started pumping out petrol in one of the seasons, because a lot of people out there would say, well, the petrol in the cars is not going to work anymore. You're going to have to put some fresh stuff mixed in with it or whatever, or pump it out and put some new in. But yeah, on film, are you talking about digital cameras? Because I don't have film. Are you talking about regular cameras? But it's possible that additives do create a more of a reflective cloud, right? That would make sense, right? But yeah, you find that 99% of it is water vapor anyway. But I think cruise missiles, they do use rocket fuel, which may be like kerosene, like SpaceX, and it creates dirty contrails, right? Let's see. Probably, maybe they won't even tell us what the rocket fuel uses, but we could probably search. More likely to be a cruise missile, if anything. Fuel users. The Tomahawk cruise missile is unusual in that it uses a turbine powered by a liquid fuel known as JP-10. Normal aviation fuel JP-5 or jet a kerosene. There, I told you it was kerosene. Produces about 125 BTUs per gallon, because it's more explosive if you use oil products, right? Opposed to using hydrogen and oxygen or oxides, as they call it, in rocket fuel, and nitrogen and all that sort of stuff. Doesn't go as far. So yeah, probably have a dirty contrail, right? Well, that's my logic anyway. As you know, a lot of it's top secret, how it works and all that. Anyway, we're done with as much as we can on that one, apart from taking a image here and put it into, which I probably could do. Where's the best frame to grab it? About there probably. Let's see if I can grab it. And we can just do a quick check on how non-symmetric it is, non-uniform. Placed into a new image, is it? We can scale it up now. I can do whatever we want with it now, even though it's crappy quality. Alright, you can start to see it better now. We can run it through some filters. Flip around with the color range. Yeah, you can start to see that doesn't look like a blimp, right? You can see it's all uneven throughout the whole thing. You can see it's got fading bits at the ends. I reckon the rocket come this way, and that's what's left of the contrail. Let's play around with it, and then we can sort of enhance the pixels here. And you see it's definitely a strange shape, and it's got different shades of. So we're mucking around with the shades here, so we can see there's different shades within the contrails. Could it be simply even a boat somehow? I suppose that's what people are thinking. It's sort of got the boat shape, having a bit cabin. It's got a pointy bit at the front, and then the bow here. And that's why they thought it could be Fata Morgana. But Fata Morgana is not so clear image. It's always a bit ghostly image, right? But if you muck around with the filters here, get it down to what it really looks like, You can see it's not really shaped like a boat now. And didn't see that. What's that underneath there? Was that part of the display? Have to go back and look. I know the cross was there. What was down below it here? There's something there, isn't there? A reflection on the screen, possibly. So we're now seeing that artifact a bit better. So that's an artifact, reflection. Some of these will be reflections. Don't think we can do much with it. That would be dimming it down, getting rid of any video compression around the outside here, but you can see this is going to be the real shape of it here. It tapers off, getting bigger, and you sort of see it bending, then going bendy, and then it sort of bend up again. Yeah, I'd say it's got to be a cloud contrail. Alright, anyway, enough on that. Fun. I suppose we could resave it just as a reference next time if it's brought up again. Entitled, yeah, that'll do. Ooh, it's getting hot in here again. Now the sun's fully up now. Afternoon. We've been hitting 20 degrees Celsius in New Zealand lately. What do we got here? 54 myself, smoky look, yeah. Well, cloud smoky look, right? You can see the layers happening there with the filtering. But yeah, Secureteam, he won't actually debunk it. So we can finish with that one. And finish with him.
Some other amazing UFO video straight out of Ukraine that I haven't seen on any other channels nor the mainstream news.
Because we all thought it was junk, that's why. And we were waiting for Third Phase and UFOman and Goofon to put it up, right?
So go back and watch my previous videos and catch yourself up to speed on those. As those of you new here will find out, we feature a ton of footage and evidence that never sees the light of day.
Bollocks. He just uses other people's videos, right? Never sees the light of day. What a God bless. People send him stuff in email, they reckon, but I reckon he probably just auto-deletes the emails as they come in. Similar to Third Phase, because you'd have to hire someone just to be dedicated looking through the email every day and put inside the best ones, and the other ones just deleting them, right?
Let alone the inside of a congressional building. I wonder what for. Well, it's truly good to be back, guys. I know I may have scared you there for a minute, and I just have to give a special...
Actually, I thought it was quite nice with him not being around anymore. I thought, hey, ufology can now focus on better stuff, but now looks like Third Phase has stepped up again, and now he's back again. This one here we've seen in the past too. Didn't we think it was like another fake, almost like filming a retro game screen?
Thanks again to all of the thousands of kind comments.
See this thing moving around here? Looks like a mouse cursor of some kind.
And messages from you guys that have experienced similar things with your loved ones passing. And I'd also like to thank all of my YouTuber friends that also reached out to me, some of which I hadn't spoken to in a long while.
So this has been being a monocle, what do you call it, night vision camera, goggle. A lot of those have been faked as well too. So you can't trust anything without seeing more of the data related to this video, right?
They reached out as well to check on me and let me know that my stuff was still valued. All of you guys have been great, and I apologize for leaving you in the lurch.
Yeah, even when he wasn't putting up stuff, people were still checking to see if he commented or stuff. So he was getting still like 5,000 views a day for not doing anything. So it's money in the bank still. Because even though he's got 300,000 views now, right? That's where is it? There. Most 1/3 of that will be the actual, or even 1/4 of that will be the actual people that watched it, and they've come back 2 or 3 times to check on the comments, right? So that just tweaks up, right? Especially if it's on a separate day. Google will treat it as a new view over if it's on a new day after 24 hours probably. Is he going to sell some merchandise? Let's see.
This channel was never about headlines or films, but a hobby that turned into a quest with 2 million.
He says it's a hobby. We know the truth. He set it up as a parody channel, and he saw that people actually believed what he was putting up as legit UFOs. So he changed his channel to be a legit UFO channel, which is not legit at all. You see some of these earlier videos, they're really bad, but yeah, he's deleted most of them off now.
Million awesome people subscribed, people that have been amazing friends and have really supported my efforts to bring awareness to the UFO cover-up.
See, that looks like a proper night vision goggle, and this thing here that looked like it was brighter, looked like it was added on to the video. It looks like it's some sort of CGI edit.
To all of you out there still here, still rocking Insomnia Team, watching the clips, grabbing up merch or hoodies or stickers in order to help support this cause, and for standing by someone they care about in times like this, to all of you I owe a debt of gratitude.
Yeah, why don't you tell them the truth about your past, mate? So yeah, it just annoys me. It just makes me sad, the damage that this guy's doing to ufology. You know, lots of channels out there like myself bring up all the UFO videos to analyze in real time with people on the side chat. Not many people do that. So you're going to get to see them all on other channels anyway, but people don't look past his channel for some reason. Maybe because of the age thing, I don't know. That's one of his longer ones at 14 minutes. Normally he kept it to 10 minutes, because once you get to 10 minutes you can put 4 ads in it. And of course you make more money then. So that's how that works. So that number there times 4 ads equals 1 million views, and you get $1 to say on average for 1,000 views, so that's $1,000. It's more likely to be more money than that though. Anyway, moving on to the next thing. What next? Right, back to UFOman. We'll have a look at him. How are we doing for time? Feels like a long time already. 2 hours. Okay, we got probably do 1 or 2 more hours yet. So we look at UFOman. I'll just catch up on the side comments again. Right, Space Invaders. Yeah, that's what it looks like. What's that one where you go and pick up people? What was that one where you float around back and forth? Not Galaxian. What's the Defender? Remember the Defender game? That was a green screen. It had these UFOs that would pop up and you had to shoot them. And then pick up people from the ground or something, wasn't it? I was never any good at those type of games. Apart from Space Invaders, I gave it a good go. And Ping Pong, this one here. Which I don't use much of, but yeah, I should use the stamps, especially for this guy. Nonsense. Layer. And I should have used the same for a Secureteam. And this one's easy to debunk, which I'll go over again in a minute. And the BS one. Yeah, ping pong. Where is it? That one there. I used to play that one a bit. You could play against the computer, but it was more fun playing with other person, right? And we got Spacies, the other one. They're the most two popular games on the early retro TV set games. I used to plug it into your regular TV. RF signal, it was really bad. Didn't even have AVI in back in those days. Whatever it's called, AV plugs. But anyway, that's a little thing I made to do that sort of stuff on live shows. So, California, here we go. I think it's put up a few videos, but we'll have a look.
California caught by a drone.
Here we are launching the drone off the truck, and
okay, let's have a quick look again. Unknown object with trailing orbs captured by drone with Ventura, California by accident. So obviously it's one of the guys that he knows. Let's give him a share of video here. Very poor analysis, and getting note of the apps used, right?
Object over Ventura, California caught by a drone.
Oh, Ventura's a place in California.
here we are launching the drone off the truck, and as I spin around, you will see this object in the back there. That was a bee that just buzzed
Yeah, so we got some insects.
by. This object I did not see with my own eyes. I did not see.
You can see it's a fair distance away, though. That's why.
This object with the naked eye. This is something that.
So that looks like it's roughly about 1,000 feet up or less, right? And you can see where the clouds are.
I found in the footage the next day, which is today, scrubbing through, and I have no idea what this thing is. It's moving very slow.
Well, I do, and I will tell you.
At first, I thought it was a couple blimps or a speck of.
Okay, so what are diamond UFOs? These guys have been following me long enough. I think Jasper will know what makes a diamond shape in the sky. Let's see if anyone's going to say what it is. It's now the fourth video of one of these we've got from UFOman. You're talking about retro games on this side. So this is a typical banner plane, right? They're quite large, and the little specks of orbs they're talking about will be the Piper plane towing it, but there could be another Piper plane that's maybe training it, or just keeping an eye on it. So we'll just keep on going.
That bee just buzzed by.
So they put some filters, not very good ones though.
Again, but it's.
Now, I don't know if we can zoom in, because he's not, and we can't see the planes because they're going to be like 2 pixels at the most, and they don't show up unless the sun hits at the right angle. But you can see here, even when it's so blurry, spud cammy, that it's definitely looks like a piece of cloth in the sky. Got sort of bends in it, little bends here. Looks like it might be being towed this direction, going against the wind, because it's on this angle. Did I just see? No. You can see how big my cursor had to be.
Something in the sky at a distance. Now, on top of that, there are other objects. I know it's just a little speck, but
yeah, so that's the right distance for the tow line of a banner plane. A little speck, but we can't see it in this crap footage here. Let's see, have we got it on the highest? Yeah, we got it on the highest setting. So yeah, speck. he must see it on his original video.
There, I'll blow it up in a second, and you'll see it maneuver quite radically to the left even.
As you know, the banner planes turn like this, and that's what they call radical turn, right? The small planes, they can turn pretty much on a dime.
After it appears behind this other triangle object. So there it is, bam, and then watch it disappear, and then it'll come back.
It disappeared because the camera lost lock on it. It probably went into that denser cloud there.
You can spin off to the left. So it's obviously in and out.
The camera won't see it unless the right light conditions there, especially when it's such low quality and too far away, right?
Clouds, whatever that thing is. Now on top of that, there's another object.
Which looks like another plane, banner plane probably, or another plane heading off to the airport where this one come from. Because they don't now overlay the map where they were, they don't use the flight radar, and I bet it would have like 2 banner planes in the sky probably. I didn't see any date and time. So yeah.
Flying in formation.
Yeah, they tend to when it's towing a banner.
It's only when I was trying to blow up the image to get a better look at the triangle object, or whatever it is, that's when I saw the...
Okay, that might actually be the tow plane here. The other one might have been one that was going the opposite direction, because he's not circled that one now.
These other 2 objects. So there's...
What is it? Still there, he reckons. It's a bit hard to know which one's the tow plane.
There's a lot of stuff flying around here, guys, and I don't know what any of it is. Okay, and it's not pixel.
Okay, that's why you gotta follow me and learn how to use the apps, you know, Flight Radar. And if you buy a membership, you can look up back 3 years, I think it is. So we got. I'm a member of Plane Finder because it's cheaper. But yeah, you got various other ones, FlightWare, UFO Stalker don't exist anymore. Flight Tracker, Life Flight. Okay, we'll pick that one there. So that's right over where I live. And we got one plane heading towards the airport there, but when you scale out, you see lots of planes all up and down the country. I need to get back onto Skywatch and doing a daytime one, because now we've got the planes back with COVID. No lockdowns. Yeah, it's like 17,000 in the sky in any one point, right? And some of those will be banner planes. Look at that, California's really busy. There's a small plane there. It'd be funny if I picked a banner plane just like that. No, that one's quite high up. Private operator though, and it's a Cessna. Yeah, could easy tow a banner. Sometimes it puts the company name, yes, like Banner, Ads, or Limited, or whatever. So that looks like a Cessna. That looks like a Cessna there too, doesn't it? So they might be doing some flight training. But this is what you got to do. You put it on your phone, and you can just check it in real time with your drone flying at the same time. I suppose once you get AI and internet connection on drones, it might be able to do it in real time for you and identify overlay with you. Private operator, Beechcraft, whatever that is. Flying at 31 feet, so that's low down, so that could easily be a banner plane too. Looks like they're flying back and forth between 2 airports. Anyway, that's how you normally look it up anyway. Normally it'll take your GPS coordinates on your phone and actually bring up the map where you exactly are. Makes it a bit easier. So yeah, UFOman debunked again, and I actually did say here banner plane for F's sake. Here we go. So these are all the suckers here, a bit like Tyler fans. This is amazing sight and video. Great old clip, shows you how you have to slow things down. Great video, Tim. Just wait until you look at the moon. Almost looks like a flying pyramid, even though it doesn't look anything like a pyramid. There's an alien highway up there. There's certainly a plane highway up there. So why don't these people just question it, saying what was the date, time, and why didn't you put in GPS coordinates and show us the map where it was flying? Why didn't you show us the flight radar map? Gabba Beast, they are looking for 18 wheels ago. Great video. I also have noticed some UFOs occasionally have their guardians. Gotta go on that 99%, guys. It's really rare to get a genuine UFO video, but they do exist. But it's more likely that you ain't going to see it, and you have to be in the circle. So let's just go back out here and see what else he's posted, and quickly have a look at his other stuff. Now, because he's over 10,000, he gets all these grifters selling books. Donald Smith, Bruce, whoever he is, you know, all these grifters trying to sell something. He's got the fake dude that I put up. Is that because he's watching my channel and he thought, oh, I'll put that one up too? What was the time he put that one up? Was it after my live show? It's kind of funny though. These people do watch what I do, right? Where's the timestamp on this stupid? There's no timestamp like you do on the regular videos, right? That's a bit of a shame. Don't know, is there any other way to do it, is there? Send feedback. Garbage. But yeah, we want to go to his uploads, videos. So we just did that one there. We've done those ones in the past. 2 emergent objects. Okay, let's have a look at this one first. A lot of advertising there.
Around each other, till they merge together as one, and shoot off.
Okay, kind of looks a bit suspect already. Is it one I've seen before though?
This happened over Austria in broad daylight. There was no sound and no wind. Duration of this sighting was about 2 minutes.
I'm pretty sure it's a recycled video from years ago. I think it was faked, a CGI one, if I remember right. Let me just see what happens. Is that it? Can we see any CGI errors in it? And we can see this is quite blurry here. And that actually looks sharper than the stuff in the foreground. Normally you'd think maybe 2 parachute flares dropped and they're sort of caught up in the air current. It's normally what you'd think first of all. Austrian doing a military exercise. Is it slowly coming down and going out?
Here is a replay of the original raw footage, so you can get another look.
See, why they're heading towards each other there, that wouldn't match with air currents, so... But it could be 2 hang gliders with flares on them.
If you like this video, please leave your comments below. And hit that like button. We at the UFOman team appreciate...
UFOman, he's using a AI talking thing now. So yeah, it's either CGI or it's 2 hang gliders with flares on them. That's a weird AI. Anyway, not much said on that one, that's garbage. Okay, what else we got? Tall whites. It's quite interesting. I do a thing on tall whites and he does a thing on tall whites. Massive UFO over. Okay, let's have a look at this one. So he's just another Secureteam / third phase. Okay, we can see where this is going to hit. Spud Cammy. Okay, I think someone's filming the moon through trees here. This is the sort of effect you get with the trunk and the leaves on a tree. So let's just keep having a look. And you just wiggle the camera around. Oh, I'm filming the moon behind a tree. Here it comes. What is it? Great filming, mate.
What do you think this is and what size
I just told you what I thought.
might this object be? We can
So this is AI talking robots he's using now, is it?
definitely see where it is due to seeing the reference point when the videographer zooms out.
Okay. Still could be behind a mountain range with trees with the moon coming up. We could be filming through trees with the moon in the background. I think we've looked at this one before. I think we ran some filters on it and we could see some telltale signs of trees in front. Even though it doesn't look like a tree there, the camera is not picking it up.
The actual colors may be different from what the camera picked up.
Still looks like
but
it's
for now
a
we
tree.
see green, purple and bright white illumination.
So you can see the edge of the tree. How's he doing that though? I think there's a tree there. It has to be. Could he be holding up a little stick in front of the lens? That's another way you probably could do it. On the moon with a little stick with some small little leaves on it. You know, you get those little shrubs with little tiny little leaves on it. There's another way you could do it.
This object is remaining stationary against a 20-mile-per-hour northwest wind, also no sound.
Well, I'd hope so, because it's the moon. So when he zoomed out
This
before,
object
let me just go back.
But for now,
does it look like it's... He might not be holding up the branch. It looks more moon-shaped there, doesn't
we
it?
see green.
See, you can't see the tree at the moment.
Purple and bright white illumination.
And then that happens, so he could be sliding up a bit of stick in front of the lens. I wish that guy wasn't on the screen though. That's pissing me off. We need to see the original one again. Let me just make it full screen here. Now, could there be a tree here? It does look like there's a blank of lights here, like there's a tree trunk here. I'm pretty sure I've analysed this one before. Let's run the filters on it. Which UFOman clearly hasn't done for a good reason. A black tree and a background is going to be really hard to see it though. These basic filters are not good enough. So it's just not doing it. Can make it darker. Can't seem to make it lighter. That's the problem. It's frustrating. So there's a big void here. I think I got hold of the best quality when I analysed it a long time ago, and a tree did show up. Putting that man there though, that would hide what's happening over here. Unfortunately, he puts it straight there. Yeah, I think there's a tree behind him. Yeah, you just got the edge of the branches coming up this way. Is there any signs of other trees? Normally where there's one tree, there's another tree. So what's happening here? I've got a street lamp that seems to be reflecting off something. Alright, I've got something there. I don't think it's lens flare. There's
camera
lens flare
picked up,
there.
but for now we see green, purple and bright white illumination.
Now we see the branches. Let's see if we can amp it up again. No, it's not doing anything on that one, is it? Looks to me that they might have mucked around with the colouring on purpose. They probably darkened it. No, I can't get anything to pop out, which is unfortunate. Anyway, it's a bit like moon through trees. Let's see if we can find something similar. Like this one here. You can see how black the trees are. So if you blur it and muck around with the color spectrum on the video itself, you could actually make it darker sky. So it's something like that you're seeing, but you can't see it in the video because it's been disguised pretty good. Have we got any other ones? Probably want a video. Through trees and clouds. Need to use one that's not sort of stock video. So it's a bit like this one here, through trees. You can see they're going a stock video, so we can't really use it. Yeah, you can see the trees are very black, and it's almost close to the on the sky one on this one here. Google doesn't give us the basic YouTubers out there that you can just showcase their stuff. It always gives stock videos and mainstream media ones. Blue moon, white full moon moving through trees at night, time lapsed. See, some of those we could probably play, but a bit risky. What have we got here? Photo pills, whatever that is. Mean free stock video again. Damn it! We don't want stock videos. Here's another one, but it's less of a tree blocking the moon. That looks like a high def one, doesn't it? Not a smartphone nonsense. That looks like a Nikon 1000. What do we got here? Australia, free pics. Okay, looks like can't find one that's just a standard user filming. That's the full moon. Film supply. Damn it. And you can see that one's very dark too. Oh, let's see. We'll just take a chance. We might be able to step through it or something. Yeah. And that one's got too much of a shade difference. Damn it. Anyway, you know what I mean. I don't think we want to spend too long on it. And you can see it's popping through some branches lower down there. Anyway, what do the people reckon? Oh, maybe the filter's not working so good because of the dark thing here. Let's just turn that off. Maybe it's interfering with it. Is it that one? Because sometimes it interferes with the other. Well, that's funny because it's not working now, is it? Just reload it.
From what the camera picked up.
Let's see. Yeah, it's not doing it, is it? Since I turned that off. It's got to be that plug-in interfering with our tools. Oh, that sucks. Maybe do a screen snapshot of it then. But that's off, isn't it? Dark mode. That's on. That's got to be off. On. I don't know. Oh, strange. Anyway, can't spend too much time on this. Believe me, there's a tree there. Trust me, bro. I know what I'm doing. Let me see. We can probably see. It's right behind him there, probably. Let's just run it through the proper editor. Paste in the image. Scale it up. Because it's not source video, so it still might not work. Then we'll just run it for some filters and see what we get. Okay, so we got strange happenings here. It's definitely been edited, right? You don't see the lines, right? At least we're getting some more strangeness. Got the sneezes. It's been edited. That's probably why you can't enhance it. It's been messed around with. That should be a giveaway there. They probably blocked it out, right? Probably got some dark patch over there. Merge it in with the screen background color. So you normally would get pixels, right? You'd see the individual pixels like this all over the place. You can see it's one uniform color. So yeah, it's just a moon for a tree that's been edited. There we go, solved. And you wouldn't know that without running filters through it. And that's the sort of crap you get on UFOman's channel. Moving on. Have we got more? I think there was another one, wasn't there? This one here. I saw that one last night, so that's why it's played already. And I thought, oh yeah, I'll just include some of these videos again. So clearly someone's filming a tree that looks like it's got birds sitting in it, white birds. Is that white birds sitting in it? It's really blurry and out of focus, or is it white buds? Yeah, I don't know. It could be buds. Doesn't seem to have much on the tree though, does it? Looks like cotton buds almost. And these ones here obviously look like birds, like you can see the wings on them. Wherever that's a bird sitting in a tree, we don't know. But it looks like it's been messed around with, right? It's been enhanced again. There's something not quite right. Looks like something there. In the image there. So these are obviously seagulls, I'd say. Yeah, just keep on playing it.
Out of Northern California, a very fast moving object moving through a cluster of birds.
Okay, so we've got a fast moving object, which suggests that it's closer to the camera.
Check it out.
See something that went across here.
Make an assessment. Let me know what you think. I have.
Generally, that's a bug. Often we see them as little black specks on other videos, right? But this one looks like it's been messed around with.
Replayed it several times at different speeds and at different sizes.
Okay, so generally you'd call that a blur phone, which means bug or bird. Could it be a bird that's gliding, that's moving too fast? If that's the case, but it certainly could be a bug that's past this tree here, closer to the camera. How do we know? Looks like it's more in focus when it was going past than the tree.
I have replayed it several times at different speeds. And
so where's the focus point here? Looks like it's on the tree.
Different sizes.
And it looks like it's at the tree. It come off the tree, didn't it? It's there now. Where was it before? Do we see it?
Moving.
So it's an object, small object at that tree level there.
Through a cluster of birds.
And the bird's away in the background.
Check it out. Make an assessment. Let me know what you think.
I might have to step it. Did I miss it? Oh, there it was there. Google sucks, really. And he's moving the camera at the same time there, by the looks of it. Which adds in motion blur. There it is there. Where did it go to? There it is. So, is it a bird or a bug? It's got that sort of taper happening there. And we got the compression artifact underneath it. So that darkness there isn't meant to be there. Normally you have your tail fin out the back and the bird body at the front. Is it simply just a gliding seagull? But why is it moving so fast? Well, it's most likely going to be a bug, I'll say. So it looks like it might be just beyond the tree there. And the birds are in the distance. And he's moving the camera at the same time. Here it comes. Where's it gone? There, on the next frame. I don't see it on this frame here. It was there. So it's got to be beyond that. Because we can't see it. Next one. I still don't see it. Boom. Boom. Should have been there. Still don't see it. Now it's showing up there. He's zooming in, zooming out, moving. And as you know, if you're using digital zoom, it messes up. Looks like things are going backwards or hovering when you're using digital zoom of an airplane or something. So could it be simply an airplane? It's beyond the tree, but it's not as close as the birds. But it's moving too fast to be a plane, I think. I still think it's a bug. It's probably the most common thing would be a house fly. Yeah, it's moving all over the place. Oh, look, what happened there? There it is. Just beyond the tree there. Where did it go there? See, that's kind of strange. So, has it been edited again? Have you just seen a floor? Where's it disappeared to? Where does it disappear to? You know, if it's constant, there, 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 there. It should have shown up by now. Is it actually doing anything? Is Google stuffed up? Or has he messed around with the editor? I think he might have messed around with it. 28 now. Where is it now? It should have been invisible. The birds are moving. Now they're not moving, now they are. Oh, look, something happened with the tree there. Is it just a crappy CGI, is it? Someone's got a stock picture of someone filming seagulls. Decided to add in a artifact. I think he's mucking around with it. We're up to 29 now. He's mucking around with it. So we want to see the original. That's crappy, isn't it? Oh, there it is. There again. So it looks like he's mucking around in editor there. So it's gone from there. Then it shows up there, and then it shows up there. Constant with a bug flying just behind the tree there. Or a small bird or something like that. But yeah, it's going too fast to be a bird, so... But yeah, I still suspect that this might be edited.
Sizes, I even have a couple freeze.
I saw something like this with smartphone UFO add-on tool, right? And I think it could do these ones. 1, 2... I think that might be added into a video. There was one on a ski field, very similar, had it going across the top, remember? It was done with some Apple app, where you could just choose the type of UFO you wanted. Yeah, I think this one's a fake now. Because if you have a look at the image, it should have some artifacts in it, right? You can see the shape is very constant there throughout the whole frame here. There should be some other artifacts of motion blur where it gets corrupted, especially with the camera moving all over the place. No, that's been added in. That's my final verdict on that one. Phone app UFOs. I wonder if we can find an example. Probably done on an Apple iPhone. There we go. No, not that one. Here we go. Enigma UFO 4 days ago. Let's have a look at that one on the App Store. Oh, like seagulls. I wanted to see the app in motion, but yeah. I was just trying to find out what the app was called. I can't remember the name of it. Kills old. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's one of those phone app UFOs. But anyway, prove me wrong. But alien craft, nah. So yeah, we're done with UFOman. My eyesight's deteriorating a wee bit actually. Yeah, so if you want to go and watch CGI fakes and mundane stuff, UFOman's the channel, Third Phase is the channel, and Secureteam's the channel. Anyway. I'll just catch on the side comments again. I followed you and will be back. Thanks for the content, really informative. Okay, thanks, True Seekers. Okay, Polar, did I miss someone? Has this got bigger again? What's happened there? Did I click on something? It's got bigger again, hasn't it? How did that get bigger again? I had it there, didn't I? How did that get bigger? There we go. Someone on YouTube, don't love yourself at Burger King because they got cameras everywhere. That was one thing I was going to look up actually. When you're talking about Burger King, there's a famous picture of it behind trees. I think it was Burger King. Yellow and red sign, is it? It's funny you should mention that. Burger King. UFO. Let's see. I think it might be Burger King. Let's see if we can find it again. Was it Burger King though? Yes, this one sign I think. Was that Burger King? Alien invasion. Probably can't find it now. Where someone filmed this sign through trees and it looks like a UFO. Oh, here we go. UFO. That's Burger King sign. Filmed through trees, but similar to the other video, right? Gotta love it. And that's the original photograph here. They just put it through some editing software, blur it out, and you got your UFO sighting. So very devious. Okay, and what we got here? I haven't had Burger King in years. I had them in Australia. That went too bad, I thought, but pretty good at Defender. Okay, looks like we're caught up there. Then thanks for joining us, guys. I don't think we had anyone on Odyssey yet. I don't think anyone even knows I exist there. Let me just check. Anyone honestly watching? Anyone? It says we've got one currently watching. Can you just post a comment? Anyone watching here? Okay, when you post a comment. I just want to know if it's going to work. Cheers. There we go. I want to see if anything pops up. So we got one watcher. I don't know how many user base I got there. Rumble. Have we got anyone on Rumble today? I don't think anyone's posted there. Let's see. Currently we've got 18 watching there, and no one's saying anything over there. Just zooming in on the other screen here so I can read it. Hi guys. 18 watching. Very quiet. Oh, I can't see what I'm typing now. Can someone post a comment? I just want to test combined chat add-on. I think it's working, but and Pills. We had a lot of interaction there today. How many likes we got there? 0 it reckons. 11 watching there though. Might have to reload it. Let me just do that. I'll get an update what's going on over there. Okay, it reckons we got 9 likes. Thanks guys. Glad you're enjoying it. 76 views there so far. 11 watching currently. Cool. Thanks on Pilt. Remember to donate. Keeps the Pilt admin and their servers running. It's not so much for me because apparently I don't think I can even withdraw any donations. I said to him, you should offer ways to spend the tokens. They have these like tokens on services, you know, like they offer membership and they give you more options for download and stuff as a creator because of bandwidth, so you could spend it on that sort of stuff if you needed to use that. Because there was a time when Google would falsely copyright claim and I couldn't download, and so I had it stream into Pilled, but they said they only show a low quality version unless you pay a membership, and you can go up to 1080p or whatever. So yeah, if they were getting more money from people and people donate and they take off a percentage just like all the other channels do, then maybe they'll make all that free for everybody without having to force memberships. So yeah, Shogun fun. Yeah, we've still got a bit more to go through here. Whether I got the energy to do it though. I'll have a look at that famous case next, I think. We're up to, how many hours are we up to? It's coming up to 3 hours. YouTube, the video playback is 30 minutes behind. It's a stupid site, it really is. It used to be fairly a lot better than that, and then I mucked around with the code and it's got worse. You know, the preview window is way behind. What was this one? Alright, this is me talking about Secureteam. Well, basically, people were attacking me. Why do UFO people think it's about one side versus another? And jealousy. We should have common ground that we want to know what life is and what the universe is, and are we alone in it? What's the point of it all otherwise? I don't expect people to believe my stuff, but at least I'm trying to get evidence and figure it out and work with credible people and talk to other experiences. I missed out the experiences without judging them. Look at the biggest UFO channels: Zero Experiences, Zero Proof, Secureteam. He just made terrible fakes. Even my debunked UFO evidence is way better than his bits he's done, like the crazy 3 cube lights hovering up and down. Remember that crazy one I caught on camera? People were saying it was a drone, but it was actually an artifact of the camera, where it was reflecting off some gel I had on the camera to stop birds landing on it. It had probably a bird land on it, and it had a little what do you call it, like a crystal, like you know how you get water that runs down and creates these crystals, what do you call them, what's the name, I was looking for it, but anyway, it was reflecting the LED lights of that back into the camera. It looked like a real UFO. But yeah, stop promoting and welcoming these type of people back into the field. Once they have been outed, they can't be trusted again. At least a list of UFO folks that have been outed. It's big. Secureteam, third phase, Sondo, Lou that is, Goofon, Mr. MBB 33, Travis Taylor, Skinwalker Ranch, UFOman, Tim, and many more. Let's see, I don't get any likes on that. But I said, why can't we have middle ground? You know, even if you believe and you're putting up all these crappy UFO videos and you actually believe it, and prove that you're not shilling, there should be a middle ground, really, that you should be able to listen to someone say, well, this is a fake because this is a banner plane. Then you should be able to remove that video to be credible, right? But instead I get blocked. UFOman blocked me, Secureteam blocked me, third phase blocked me, because they don't want people to read the comments and then think, oh well, they're disappointed in this channel because it keeps putting up mundane stuff, explainable stuff. So yeah, what did we get a beep? Who's beeping? Jasper, what do we got here? Gifted 1 times. You give a membership, is it? Is that a gift? That's why I give you tenner. Even folks didn't get notification. Michael Kig is here. Now I wonder where you got to. You can have to watch it back if you want to, but yeah, I think you miss a lot of stuff when you re-watch my stuff though. When you're on the side you don't miss it, but yeah, some of the stuff you repeated on open voice kind of suggests that you've missed some of the stuff I've put up, because you did repeat a lot of stuff. What's this? Jasper gifted the Out There channel membership. So who gets it then? I don't think it says here on this combined chat. Let's have a look at the normal one. It's a nice green banner it's got on that one on YouTube. It doesn't show up on the combined chat. And it went to CW Chanter, whoever that is. But anyway, thanks for doing that anyway. Other channels, they have like someone gift like 50 memberships or 100 memberships. That's like $500 US, right? And of course, when you gift, some of the money goes to the creator as well. So Google takes the usual 30% of it still, I think. So thanks very much. Every little bit helps, I guess. But I'm thinking alt media doesn't get enough people spending $20 every week on it. Because when you talk about lots of data, you're talking about these live shows being like 3 gigabytes, right? Certainly adds up, especially if they keep it live on the channel. So Twitch got around that by auto-deleting after 7 days, or if you're a partner, you can have up to 30 days or something, but still they delete it, so they don't have to have lots of server hard drives, right? Whereabouts was that one? That was that one. Just get rid of that one now. Let's see. Let's go and look at that other. What's going on there? Error. Error. What happened there? That was kind of weird. Okay, what did I say here? It looks like a Milo letter balloon. Oh yeah, that's another case I was going to look at. Let's see, we got... Could we do another hour still? I haven't had anything to eat yet. I suppose I could do up to another hour. See how my eyes go. So this one here is another one that's being promoted by David Wint. So the film in the sky, I'm not sure if he's filming the sky or where he's got it from. And he's running all this analysis on it. Seems like overkill to me. Again, you got motion blurred birds or bugs, right? That's what it looks like. Oh, there we go. Does he say what it is? See, that could be pollen, debris in the wind. Could even be a whole bunch of Milo balloons released from a funeral or wedding or something like that. So we got no idea the distances. Hundreds of UFOs were detected, but were they on radar? Small white objects entering near the upper right. Okay, so could they be pollen, bugs, butterflies? What year? January. Isn't that where the migrations generally happen? What location are we at here? Does he tell us? He certainly posted a lot of analysis here, but it's pointless if it's just mundane stuff and not actually UFOs. I mean, does it really mean anything, all this analysis he's doing? Looks like it's overkill. We're looking at 2D objects in a 3D world. That's the whole problem. We don't have distance or sizes unless you use twin cameras, and I don't think he's using twin stereo cameras, is he? So New York, okay, migrations, January. Let's have a look. So yeah, you got to go through the mundane stuff before you can say, rule it out, before you can say it's alien craft. So there's always a process. As you got confirmation bias that you thinking it's UFOs and you're trying to prove it's UFOs, instead you should be looking at, can we explain it as mundane and what's left at the end. Generally, migrations, bugs, New York City. Let's see what comes up. Clouds of winged aphids. There we go. New York. But it's got it in, what's this? January the 25th, for months now. There you go. So could it be that? Let's have a look. Green with transparent wings. If the sunlight reflected off them, what they look like though? So they look like black swarms of dots there. Oh, that's smoke, that's why. We want a picture of the aphids. Have we got any? Oh, that sucks. We wanted a comparison video. So this is why you got to look for the mundane stuff and rule it out bit by bit. New York City, Blankerton, New York. And it shouldn't generate. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Definitely looks like that would be white reflected off the sun. But how big is it? Lanternflies. Okay, what? When did that happen? September. What are lanternflies? Let's have a look. They're like big moths. Well, if they're flying in daytime in January, they could also be triangle shaped things you see in the sky. Yeah, that's all the pictures we got. We haven't actually got photographs of them flying around, have we? Flying bugs swarming the city. Saw gnat-like insects. Oh, there you go. Definitely. Didn't he say it was infrared that he was filming? We know what bugs look like in infrared. They always glow white, and is it infrared that he's using? 120 frames, that doesn't really matter. You need at least 8,000 frames per second to be able to see a bug flip its wings, right? They're made over 4 days, January, using a camera. Maybe I should post a link. Show this guy how to do some serious research first before claiming it to be UFOs. Uh, 800 nano, what's that, infrared? Infrared, there we go. Using a camera sensor to infrared wavelengths. So the bugs would definitely show up more white and having wings shaped like triangles. So is that a gnat? Aphid. It does look similar, doesn't it? That looks like the gnats. Let's have a look again. Don't say Paul's solved it just like that. Yeah, it looks very similar. Except for they're not using the same camera. I'm going to get banned if I post it though, aren't I? Jan, 4 months, then had these bugs will look like triangles. And white on IO mode. Cloud of bugs. Damn UFOs. I normally post that. And then I stick it to my timeline because people don't see it otherwise. And of course that triggers people thinking, oh, he's liking and resharing his own tweets. But it only goes to the replies tab, and if you do that and repost it, it sticks it on your timeline for everybody to see it. So yeah, let's have a look at these other images. It does look like bugs though, doesn't it? On 120 frames per second, still not going to be very good. There you go, 6 UFOs. Do we see them? Very small in that. Let's just play it. It's sort of going up and down a little bit, isn't it? That one's sort of gone a funny curve. Alright, it's got a helicopter there, he reckons. Okay, what's these other ones then? Planes as well. So we got little insects in the front. So he's got a mixture of things happening. That's why I think some of them could be even balloons, right? And that makes it a bit more tricky, because it's you never expect a UFO video to have balloons, helicopters, bugs all at the same time, but that does happen. Now look, there you go, triangle shape, could easily be the bugs. And it could easily be a Mylar balloon that's forming some sort of triangular shape. So is it a Mylar balloon? Because that's what I thought it was, but until I saw that information we just searched, it sort of changed my mind. Could it be a triangle shaped bug? Let's just play it here. You see the way that's spinning around there in the video that is stabilized and zoomed in, which is what I would do, and it would take lots of work to do it. That looks like a letter A Mylar balloon that's reflecting some of the light and spinning around in all different directions in the wind current, right? That's what I think it is. Letter A there, rotating again. Some people said it was a snowflake, but I reckon the way it's sort of working, and sort of you can see it fading out because the sun's not catching it in the same way, and it gets brighter and then dims away again. I think that's a letter A Mylar balloon, right? So we got bugs. I think there's definitely bugs in some of it, the videos there. Definitely other junk as well. It's a Mylar, but I think it might be something like this. These quartz, a silver one that's spinning around in the air current, and because there's also various designs where the bar's sometimes further down. Oh, it's getting hot in here. I think the heat's going to drive me out the room. Not news, I wanted images. Where is it? So you can see a lot of them have different types of shade, and that's really silvery, reflective. This one's a bit dull. You can see some are more fatty looking with a little tiny hole. This one looks more like one of these rather than, see, his one looks more like that, I think. So there's all various designs. So I think bugs is one of them. And what we're looking at there is the letter A spinning around. Now I think I did post under his thing. Yeah, it doesn't look like a bug, especially the way it's spinning there. But these other ones do. And these look like bugs. He's saying it's 36 meters, but how can you tell if it's something closer to the camera? And if he doesn't take stereo pictures. I just love the people in ufology and all these people that are meant to be like experts. Don't seem to have common sense. Let's have a look at that one. Okay, it looks like we've got one thing moving through the sky. Could be we've got something really close to the camera then. So it could be planes, it could be balloons, could be bugs, could be birds, the whole shebang. And it could be those insects that we were just looking at. So we've got here helicopter, and we got the letter A tumbling. So looks like it's makes the right size, it being a mild balloon rather than an insect. This one, if we got this as a comparison, it's flying near the helicopter. Of course, that would be causing a bit of a draft here that would probably cause that to be spinning so much, right? And that was my post. But anyway, I think we're done with that one. I'll post it so you can have a look at the videos yourself. Where's this thing? Was not working. Bugs, birds, balloons, helis, planes. He's got the whole lot there by the looks of it. He's just putting the camera up in the sky and filming, right? Okay, what are people saying here? Take a 5-minute break, Paul. Yeah, I should do. But I just want to get through all this material. Yeah, like I said, you think you're going to have nothing for the next weekend, and it just all suddenly piles up. Suddenly in 2 days, people are submitting all this stuff on the feeds and YouTube channels. Yeah, I'd rather get it done instead of... I'll just sip on some orange juice here, that's all I need. Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, thanks. It shows up on the YouTube chat, but doesn't on this thing here because it doesn't detect it for some reason. You got enough, what's that? Content up that you could play while you allow yourself a break. Yeah, I could put a break in if I wanted to, but yeah. Nothing but rain, bugs. Oh, I spelled it wrong, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I think a lot of people will be getting tired now and drifting off anyway. It's not that we have lots of thousands of people watching my YouTube videos anymore, but sometimes I just think maybe I'm wasting my time because people don't want to know my analysis for some reason. Not even UCR, Lou. He said I was boring. But could he do what I do? No, there's not many people out there that can do what I do. That was some other drama. I suppose that one can wait. And that probably can be wait again. Wikipedia. I just might just finish up today. Well, I know I've got some stuff up here, haven't I? Oh yeah, the drama of UFO Lou attacking a 5 million strong YouTube influencer. It was hilarious. I might keep that for another day, another weekend for a laugh. Just keep this one a wee bit more serious on video analysis. So this one here you might be able to remember, 1997. When I first looked at it, I wasn't sure if it was CGI or simply an ad balloon blimp being towed behind the towers and release wire to bounce up and pull back down. I don't recall anyone coming forward that saw it. You could draw around and mask out the buildings, so if you were doing some computer generation. But 1997 was early days for CGI, but it doesn't mean that I think Photoshop came in 98, wasn't it? Doesn't mean that they weren't developing other software for commercial reasons, right? Like ad manufacturers making little ads using merging videos together and all that sort of stuff. It was early days of that sort of stuff though. And of course we know back in 97 the fastest computers we had, an Autodesk CAD-CAM that I used to look after, would take pretty much a day to render one HD frame on those slow computers, right? So yeah, it had to be done, made up over many days or months just to make a video clip like this. Anyway, let's just play it, just refresh people's memory on it. Why is it not playing? No, it looks like he's taking a graphic of it. I think we got the video somewhere though. Maybe on that. I'll post another stuff there by the looks of it. Oh dear, I thought I had a link to the original video. I think it's just a graphic, isn't it? Yeah. He tricked us. Let's see. That one. Yeah, so I'm not sure if the video is here, but we'll see. This is some investigator at the time in 1997 that looked into it. Video frame. We want the video itself. Is that a video? Yeah, I might have it now. Japanese, for looks of it, is it? Oh, I got some music on it. Was it Japanese or was it South America or something? Doing a documentary on it, probably. Yeah, it looks like Japanese. Yeah, so it looks like we've got to be careful of copyright here. Anyway, you might better remember this one from 1997. Down behind buildings. So at first I thought, why couldn't that simply be a blimp ad balloon being towed along the road? to a business. I'm pretty sure they would have had ad balloons, helium ad balloons back then. And they did have U-shaped ones as well back then. See, and you could just, if you go over a bumpy road, or if it's person just pulling it along on a motorbike or something and it slips out their hands, that could explain the wobble, right? So is it CGI, or is it just a simple hoax doing a balloon? But it turns out, after that guy doing an investigation, turns out to be an advertising company. And he tracked down the guy that confessed to making it. Was that the guy? Where he talked about printed work. The best known work was carried out by researchers Carlos Rojas, Founders Center of Investigation. And I want to find out what they found. First person. Okay, so they're talking about frames they analysed, where they thought it was computer generated in 2009, is it? There were several occasions that I later visited the founder of Poe, who afterwards, thanks to this, kindly granted me permission to record in digital format and copy off the famous video. This copy in VHS was recorded directly from tape. That's why it looks so bad, I guess. Having the copy once one of the points that you considered important to have is the original audio of the video. Since with this we had reference of a voice of the author. Well, that's chill. Following the initial work of the data collection, we was able to contact us by phone. Now this goes on and on, but Dias, whatever his name is, after several attempts to arrange an appointment, we staged to see each other at the offices of Mason Productions. Was kindly but looked into me with suspicions. So that must be the guy that put the video forward, is it? I wouldn't trust any investigations that Jaime Mason was doing. Like I said, this goes on and on and on. Does my head in all this. A week later, we visited the researchers at the time, worked at Martin. Doesn't still tell us anything, does it? Tells me the following fact that turns out to be only curious. God, it goes on and on, doesn't it? As we know, Petro, another name coming in, Ramas was very involved in the investigation of August 6 case. Blah blah blah. Petro at all times and all three calls we had with him gave me his full attention. Blah blah blah. God almighty, this is terrible. Right up. As we know, 2 companies were targeted by investigations which could be the author of so striking film. These were on the 4th floor of Pasco de los blah blah blah. Initially, Bain and company caught attention of Haney Mustard for having the perfect view and angle that the recording showed, since the company, unlike virtual advertising at the time, had a terrace that had a perfect view of the Royal something building where it was filmed going behind. Since the company, unlike virtual advertising at the time, had a terrace, yeah, okay, read that, in order to not leave any data or said without review. So basically, a marketing company had terrace. Is that what they're saying? Which place had the terrace? Anyway, they filmed it and then added the UFO into the video. Third floor of the building, blah blah blah, still going on. And there's the building, is it? You did not mention some of the things obtained. The researcher, another person into it. Philip Glass is there in 1998. Mutual MUFON network. Intended to contact the executives of the company in question in order to find their author. So just trying to find the person behind it. Blah 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 blah, still going on. It's doing my head in. So it looks like they did some other fakes as well, by the looks of it. The professional work of Josie blah 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 was worthy of suspicion in the decade of the 90s. Still going on. This commercial was created in 2000. Let's see the video, click here. Okay. For Mercedes-Benz, the creator of this promotional is creative Raoul Lug, who worked for the production company something Bruce. The video was worthy of suspicion by the researcher Carlos. Man, they could just do it with ad balloon and all this carry on. Video 3. One of the most common and difficult to adjust complications and emanations in the 90s was to achieve that. That was by inserting a virtual object in a previously recorded real scene. It's very easy to do nowadays. It could be possibly possible to compensate the camera movements in the film and that the virtual movement will zoom in. God, man, it keeps on going, doesn't it? Keeps on giving, this one. When a person keeps a secret, it's due to the fact. Blah, blah, blah. So we got the guy that did it, the author of the video. Here we go. Finally. The reveal, the author. Okay, did he confess? Is the question. Inakio blah 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 Valis. Is that the guy's name? Oh yeah. I don't know how you say it. That's a terrible name. We just call him IOV. IOV was the creative employee of virtual advertising in the decade of the 90s until the beginning of the new millennium, 2000. He is the author of the famous video that did not have a name or surname. How did we find him? And there'd be 10 pages of chat. The only source that was missing and investigate was the advertising company. Jamie Mason was not open to tell us more about the author, so we gave ourselves the task of contacting someone from the company. So Jamie Mason was blocking the investigation, right? Because he knew it was going to be a fake. So they eventually found it out in other ways. That shows you what a shield that guy is, right? On August 2009 was the first call we made to virtual company. I told you it's going to be 10 pages of this. Having no answer, we communicated again. On August 26th, Miss Eleanor told us that she was asking, but they did not know anything. Seems like they're making it difficult, right? Later we made a call requesting directly with Roberto. Miss Paula was asking among the staff if they knew anything about it, blah blah blah. Then I was told then I told him that I had a piece of information from which I could use to find the person who could be the author. At that moment I remembered what Jamie Mason told me when I visited him at the beginning. Jamie told me that he could find him by his mother's last name, and what it could be if they did not know. The only surname was given was Valles. Valles? I don't know how you say that. Pseudonym. So they found him. Okay. And did he confess? He granted patent rights. Okay, what's this? Now we had several data that could hardly be coincidences. We now had a prospectus of the authorship of the video that had talks about the project. So you can imagine how Skinny Bob would go, you know, because it was meant to be a company hired to keep their mouth shut with 7 people working on it. And you can see how hard this one was, with a person who works in the company that was granted patent rights to virtual advertising. Blah blah blah. Accreditation, blah blah blah. Still going. Still going, still going. Emails back and forth. Still going, still going. I received a signature. We can guess to Nicosia, whatever his name is, how it was that we found him, blah blah blah. The signature of the author, blah blah blah. A big loopy thing. Okay. And all this time, sounds like a 10-year investigation, because they won't own up to the information. "10 years on, you think, oh well, it's 10 years now, we can just release all the information, even if the advertiser wanted it to be secret, right? They could just release it. Just get it out the way with. I thought we were going to find out how they made it. But it looks like they made, I think, read somewhere in that mess initially that explained how they made it. I can't see it now for some reason. Maybe I should just give you a link and you guys can read it all and drive you crazy reading it all. I think they filmed the background first and then they put a mask in and then they added in the UFO. So when it got to the mask, it would simply delete it and then they sort of, merged it. A bit like a early green screen sort of effect, right? They didn't use a model, I don't think. But and I think it said here somewhere. Yeah, I can't see it now. But I think I'm done here, guys. I'm burnt out. 4 hours, so I'll post a link to it anyway, and you can have a read through it all. But yeah, it looks like it's confirmed as a CGI, early CGI fake of all things. So it was well done though, I have to admit, for that time. CGI fake. But you'll have people like Goofon that don't do any research on it, be posting it as a legit UFO. But yeah, we don't do that sort of thing here. I never thought it was legit, because if that was a UFO going up and down like that, if you had alien beings inside, they'd be like seasick. So I never ever thought it would be a credible UFO. It looked like it was going to crash into the building. But yeah, I might just wrap up now. It's getting a bit too hot in the room, even though I've got the door open. There's no aircon on. And I need to get something to eat probably and rest the eyes. So yeah, that's amazing. This video cycles every year. It just shows that people just are still conned by it. It's very sad. And the rest of it, push for another day. And we haven't even looked at latest third phase crap, but they're bound to be, So I'm just going to leave it there and just resume it for next time. At least we got through the other old stuff. And if Robert decides to come on, then it'll get pushed again. And we'll focus on this other stuff that I want to go over. But if he doesn't do that, I'll do it myself. Robert has this mindset, he's only interested in real UFO cases, and he doesn't want to be featured if I put up anything on Secureteam or Third Phase or Goofon. He wants to be just his stuff. But he said he was going to do this with me if he's got enough energy to talk about the Alaska case again and this time traveling type case, which is quite an interesting story. But we'll go over it and I'll give you my opinion on it another time. But we'll get around it eventually. Let's just hope Robert is back mends and he's got his energy levels back again. But even my energy levels have been crazy and my sugar levels are just crazy. Have to put lots of insulin in just to control the damn thing. It's just, and I can't take the meds. The metformin is meant to help the sugars get absorbed into the muscles. Type 2 diabetes, where the insulin gets rejected by your system, and the drugs are meant to make it sort of not reject it, and so you can absorb it from your blood. But when you inject insulin, it tells the cells to grab that sugar from the blood and convert it into fat, which is also a downside because it means you keep on gaining weight when you've got high blood sugars and using insulin. Normally your body regulates it. So when you diet, because I was trying to diet to lose the fat, it releases the fat back into sugars into the bloodstream, and you get really high sugar levels when you're dieting, and you need insulin then to turn it back into fat. It's like you need to pee out, get rid of it, burn it up. You need to walk and get rid of it. It's very complicated if you ever become diabetic. And of course, when it's high, it makes you very tired and you just want to go to sleep. You don't fancy have the energy just to keep your eyes open just to walk down the street. It's really terrible. It's a terrible disease. Instead of spending on bombing other countries, they should be spending on research to cure it. But I guess drug companies don't want to cure diabetes because it's a good Ponzi scheme. It's a good money earner, right? It's like cancer as well, unfortunately. But anyway, I'm going to say goodbye up there. And goodbye there. And I'll say good night and roll off the credits. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again. Open lines next Saturday, if I'm not sick or anything, of course. And then we'll do the next live debunk, carrying on from where we left off here. It's always stuff to do. I need the middle of the week just to recover and do the chapters and do all the other admin work. It's just full on. You know, if I wasn't on sickness help and be able to spend the whole days looking into this, I don't think I could run a UFO channel. But anyway, stop talking, let's go. And I'll gradually drop off all the different streams out there. There we go. I hope you enjoyed today and learnt something. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, share. We're not haters here, but we hate liars, we hate fakers, and we hate people making a mess of ufology, basically. And we don't just hate for no reason. Okay. Good to be skeptical in this field, but we do believe here. We have our own experiences. If you watch my videos, you're new to the channel, you'll see some of the video evidence I produce. And we tried to debunk my own stuff, you know. So and I better start dropping off some of these streams. I'll just see first, I guess. So we just do those now quickly. Build, Rumble, and YouTube. Good night, Jasper, Michael King.